Rondo, I finna slam dunk. Get big on you fake pumps. That pump ain't no fake pump. Bitch fell for the pump fake. Got him talking like first take. Get it right on the first take. Hit the hole in the first.
Bro, you know the thing about a lot of that liquor is people hype it up and it's not even really that good. Yeah. Like me personally, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I love Casamigo. That's probably one of my favorite tequilas. But everybody be like, oh, it's hyped up and woo. Casa Azul, I love that shit too. 1942, I'm not really a big fan. I can see why people. Yeah, I can see why people say that's hyped up.
I'm not a tequila guy at all, bro.
For real?
I mean,
you drink tequila with me all the time.
Yeah, because nigga, I like to drink, but I'm not a.
No, it's like so.
But you said you like the Casamigo.
Casamigo good, but I'm just not a tequila guy, bro. It just got a weird taste.
I miss that girl that used to bring me to Casamigo all the time. Remember, used to come over here and take like 5 shots. I miss it, bro.
Yeah,
we lost that plug.
Yeah,
it's over with.
R.I.P.
Yeah, this is story. This nigga always want me to promote some shit. But yeah, man. Anyway, man, as y'all hear, we got a new guest in the building, man. And man, you recommended me to get back on camera, so I'm back on camera now. Big King's behind the camera, and the new guest we got is Floyd In The Sky. What's going on, bro?
What's happening, everybody? What's up, everybody?
Bro, as soon as we get started, Big King, I got to tell you a funny story about Floyd, right? So the other day, me and Damo drunk as hell because Damo had just got paid. He had got his $116 paycheck.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, $116 paycheck. So we went to happy hour for the $3 beers. And, of course, I got to get me a cigar after, I had me some wings. Had to get a cigar. And we go into the cigar shop, and Floyd's working in there. And first thing Damo says to him is, hey, what's up, man? You and True's got the city sold up. And Floyd goes, ha. And Damo looks at me like, and he goes, nah, I'm not laughing at you. And Damo just don't say nothing else. He just walks away. We get in the car. Damo's like, bruh, he ain't like that statement, did he? I said, I don't think so, bruh. I think you fucked up.
Why you say that though? Why?
I don't know. That's what I was gonna ask him.
He said, "Yo, this shit been on my mind." That was like 2 days ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's how, bro. He's like, man, this shit been on my mind, bro.
That shit was on his mind. Nah, man, I don't.
Why'd he make that comparison though?
I don't know why he did that.
Yeah.
You really don't? You ain't never had nobody make that comparison before?
Nah, I don't know why he did that. That was crazy.
Damo gonna say some wild shit though.
Yeah, Damo's a weird character.
He don't have no, how you say it, like when people don't have no social cues.
Yeah. I think that's what it is too, because I asked him about that. I was like, what about that man made you compare him to Trues? Mm-hmm. And he was like, nigga, they earthy niggas. I was like, so all earthy niggas just the same, huh? He was like, yeah, niggas.
That's wild.
So what defines an earthy nigga though?
That's what I was gonna ask Floyd.
Okay,
it's funny you asked me.
Got you.
Do you even go off like words like that in terms like that?
Yeah. Like, I mean, I guess if that was like his response of why he was trying to put two things in a thing together,
mm-hmm.
He was like, 'cause they both earthy niggas. I mean, I guess I could see what he's saying there, like in that type of aspect.
Gotcha.
He's like, oh, both of these people be like on some, earthy shit. Like, I get it. That's his words, so I just use his words. But yeah, I get it.
So what would you define as an earthy nigga though?
An earthy nigga. So I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Mm-hmm. What I used to think an earthy nigga was until Damo moved next to Humanitary. Mm-hmm. I thought an earthy nigga was like a nigga that just be out in the sun, just like collecting like a whole bunch of vitamin D, and like just super in tune with the earth, and like got his ear to the trees, and like
I mean, I think that's accurate.
And then, hold on, get a little deeper though. then like him and his girl like when they have sex, they like souls connect. Like he don't just like hit her from the back and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Nah, they like their souls
Yeah,
connect.
they and that bitch goddamn.
Yeah, like
bonding.
yeah, like they hair start growing together. You know what I'm saying?
They in sync.
They in sync, bro. And then like I always had this idea too that earthy niggas like they don't fuck with no kind of chemicals, so them niggas always just be stank as hell. Like it's a nigga I follow on YouTube. He don't he's like a hardcore vegan, but he don't like to call himself a vegan. He likes to call himself plant based. So he don't fuck with no kind of chemicals whatsoever. So like he vlogs his daily life, and every morning he takes a lime out the fridge and just wipes that shit on his goddamn armpits.
I've heard of that. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, he said he don't be musky, bro. He said that his body is so pure and clean from only eating plants that his body doesn't even produce musk.
Man,
so he just puts lime on it.
Bro. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what he said. But that's how I view an earthy nigga.
I feel like you got different types of earthy niggas. So it's like you got what you just described, and then you got, other shit. Kind of like, say if earthy itself was just like a nation, right? Like America. Like you got different types of Americans. So not every American, prefers McDonald's over Five Guys or Five Guys over, some shit they just slapped on the grill.
Yeah.
So it's like, but we all Americans. So there's a bunch of different type of earthy niggas. You definitely described the hell out of one of them. Like that was a pretty good description.
Yeah.
I like the souls connecting when he's, saying fucking his bitch type shit. That was really good. I like that because that's accurate.
So how would you describe the kind of earthy you are?
I wouldn't even call me earthy.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, I just said that because, man said that. But I wouldn't even describe me as earthy for real. Like,
how would you describe yourself? Like it actually is our first time really meeting you. So how would you describe yourself? I know that's kind of weird for somebody to just walk up to you though, like, hey, nigga, describe yourself.
Yeah, because you asked me that question, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Okay, before he answers, you tell me. Think about it. This is your time. Think about it.
I really don't like a suburban emo nigga, maybe.
Emo?
I'm a little emo.
Nah, that's weird.
A little bit.
So, Floyd, how would you describe yourself?
I'm a celestial type nigga.
God damn.
bro, we dumb in the room. You gotta break it down for us, bro. We some idiots.
That nigga is celestial. That's crazy.
Break it down.
I mean, just like, I'm not heavily confined to any emotion, but I can, meet any aspect of life. So by nature, talking about like nature-wise. So, sometimes I could be earthy, sometimes I could be otherworldly, sometimes I could be, just, I'm still learning how to describe myself, and because of just how I know how fluid my energetic signature can be in multiple moments, at one time, that's how I know I'm just a celestial nigga. Like I could be the most South Augusta nigga ever. I could be the most West Coast nigga ever. I could be the most holistic, nigga ever. I could be like all these things. Like no matter what, cadence, is required, I can always, be in it. So I think that's what celestial is. It's like really some Stardust type shit. It's like it's boundless. It's infinite.
Bro, you said a lot of things that's like killing all my questions. So I just gotta slow walk them.
Why you say that?
Because, bro, everything he said, I literally had a question for him for all those. So I gotta slow it down so I don't just ask him a million questions at once. But the first question is, has anybody ever called you weird? And how do you feel about the term weird?
Oh, shit. I've called myself weird.
Why though? Because I don't really view you as weird. I view you as like an Andre 3000 type of person. And then also, like, I think like a lot of things you got going on is actually normal now. Like painting your nails is super normal now. Yeah. And you probably been doing that for a while, haven't you?
Yeah. I've been.
So how you feel about people that like just start doing it?
I mean, first thing I think weird to me, I just take it as the word means, not the same. It's different. It's unusual. It's so I don't mind if someone thinks I'm weird. I think it's a compliment. If anything else, I never want to be the same thing that's happening because then I have no purpose. Yeah. If y'all already got that, the fuck you need me for? So, so yeah, I don't mind being called weird. And, the whole like paint my nails thing, I started doing that, man, probably back in like 2015 type shit. You know, 2015. It's probably when I started doing that, and that's when motherfuckers still would kind of be like teetering that line of like, oh, a nigga gay because you know he painted his nails, or that's killing black male masculinity, or some other wild shit they might say. But it's like that's stupid, and I like art, nigga. And it's like, so I know that I'm an artist, and you literally mold and shape the world with your hands and shit. Why would I not want the thing that I'm trying to make beautiful be sculpted by something that I keep beautiful as well? You know, so I work with my hands delicately, you know, and intricately, and I like them to look nice. So now niggas is painting their nails because it makes them, you know, feel some like a rock star, some like a more emo, like whatever. And I don't understand, even taking it back a couple of statements, I don't even understand how niggas be like, yo, cuz gay because he got his nails painted. Like, nigga, what the fuck does the color of a motherfucker's nails have to do with who he fucking? Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? One and one ain't even equating right now. But, you know, people doing it now, I think it always takes society a second to catch up with, you know, what's the truth. And the truth is, it's just a form of self-expression, you know? And so if that makes someone weird, then that's a good thing. We should welcome weird, because weird is what, you know, gives us new things. And, you know, who in the fuck... You know, who in 1970 wouldn't want to have an iPhone? You know, somebody had to get weird out there. You know what I'm saying? It's like weird shit.
Bro, can I tell you a story?
Yeah, go for it.
Big King, I don't know if I told you this story before. But my homeboy, the same one that was you know, made that weird statement the other day. He was at work and I was at his job charging my phone because he works downtown. And it was a guy, his name was Ethan. A young white guy. And he was with a transgender. But I don't think my friend knew that he was with a transgender. He thought it was, you know, a female.
Okay.
And Ethan had his nails painted. My friend had his nails painted. So he looked, and he was like, "Man, what's up, Ethan? Yeah, man, you know, people be thinking we on some gay shit because we got our nails painted, but you know, we ain't on no gay shit. We just like to express ourselves through art." And Ethan said, "Oh, nah, I be on some gay shit." My homeboy was like, "Nah, you don't be on no gay shit. You don't be on no gay shit." And bro was like, "Nah, I'm literally gay. I'm literally gay." That shit, bro. So, bro is so slow. He just stood there for a second and like he had to process it. His computer his computer crashed, so he had to process it. So when he got done getting bro order, he was like, "That was a transsexual?" I was like, "Yes." And he was like, "Damn, man." He was like, "Is painting your nails some gay shit then?" I was like, "Not really. It's just like you just stupid."
Yeah, nah.
Back to what you were saying, bad, you know, hard time with social cues, bro.
Yeah, bro, but he has no social cues.
Yeah.
And then also, you know, I don't even understand why there's even still a problem with gay people. Like, why is there even still homophobia? Like, niggas have been gay, and by niggas, I'm using it as like a fucking noun right now. People
in general
have been fucking, you know, gay since forever. You know, and it's not going nowhere, and it actually doesn't fucking bother your life, you know? So,
you know, it's funny you say that because, Big Ken, I think I was talking to you yesterday and I said that. Right. I was like, you know, because we got friends that think like the white man is out to get them, right? Mm-hmm. And I was telling Big Ken, I was like, bro, I don't think niggas really know that like a lot of white people don't give a fuck about niggas. They just don't care. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they out here like really trying to suppress plots. A nigga. Yeah, they just like, bro, I live in the burbs and we just gonna keep creating laws to just keep you niggas out. That's what modern racism is. Yeah. Like I want to stay here, I want to redline you niggas and just keep you niggas over there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And to make it all come back, I was telling him I kind of think that's like how people feel about people that's gay. It's like they want to do that also when they don't understand that gay people really want everybody just to be together. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like, you know, somebody is homophobic if they want to keep gay people out also. Yeah. So back to what you said.
Yeah, because that whole homophobia shit, when niggas like, you know, say it's 3 random motherfuckers in the room, you know what I'm saying? And one of the niggas is like, oh, like, he's gay. Then 2 other motherfuckers might start acting funny, but that homophobic shit be crazy because it's like, nigga, he's gay. He's not like a fucking serial rapist. Like just because he's gay don't mean the nigga wants you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the fuck you. So you think you got what it takes to pull both sexes? It's like that's what you think. That's what you think is happening.
Bro, didn't I tell our friend that? Because our friend was like, he was like, gay men shouldn't be teachers or something. And I was like, why the fuck? Why the fuck would he want your fat ugly ass?
He the opposite of what them niggas want.
Yeah, like why would he want you? Like what? Like what does him being gay got to do with your ugly ass?
That shit be wild, man. And then, because I do, like have my nails painted, I take care of myself, shit like that. Like I do exemplify, the balance between both masculine and feminine attributes that everyone has. I just do mine more freely. Like I don't give a fuck how nobody feel, about how I carry myself. Nigga, it's me. You know what I'm saying? But so I've had a couple guys like try to like hit on me before. Not even try, but have like went in straight flirt mode, all that shit. And that would have like scared and terrified, a shallow-minded nigga like, oh my God, this nigga's gay and he likes me, and like they're like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna be honest with
and
you.
So,
Big King to tell you, I've been in those situations a couple times, and you're 100% right. Like the young-minded me was super uncomfortable. Super uncomfortable. I wasn't with that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
But now, like I don't mind when it happens because I think it's a huge compliment. Because like I just said, like not too long ago in our conversation, nigga, both sexes think I'm attractive.
Yeah.
Like the fuck, you know what I mean? Like nigga, that's fucking dope. It's like the fuck you mean? Like just because what I'm saying, like if someone of the same sex likes me, that don't mean I'm gonna like them back, because I'm not gay. I'm very straight. Mm-hmm. I'm disappointingly not gay. Like to a lot of motherfuckers that wish I was. Yeah. But nah, man, I just don't like homophobia. I don't like none of that shit. I can't stand by that, you know what I'm saying, at all. So I want to take a second to speak on that because some of the best people I know are fucking, gay, bi, LGBTQ, whatever they want to identify as. But so that's that.
Yeah.
So did you grow up as like the weird person, or were you like pretty much like socially accepted? I grew up kind of on both sides because I was a weird nigga too a little bit. Because I had, like, gauges, and I wore all black all the time, and, like, shit like that. I think people always found the comfort in my weirdness. Mm-hmm. So to answer the question directly, yes, I've always been strange. Mm-hmm. But it allowed me to be able to hang out with everybody. Like, I was the motherfucker that everybody welcomed around. Because I was never on no, like, sideways shit. Yeah. So I could hang out with the niggas that thought they were the hardest niggas ever. Cause I, just was vibing, bro. Like, all right, so that's what we on out here. And for the people that were nerds, I was with them too. It's like, back in the late 90s, like I was like, I watched Dragon Ball Z. I like Pokemon. Mm-hmm. I got Pokemon cards right here. You want to, see this shit? Yeah. I'll trade you, nigga. Like, like all that. So I was on that. Anything really. So every side I was always welcomed on. So I've always kind of been this way. Was I picked on for it? Yeah, there was times when I used to be, picked on and shit because some shit was considered corny or lame or it just wasn't cool at the time. But those same motherfuckers that, was picking on me, now they trying to figure out how to duplicate, the same weird shit. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
That's like Damo.
Yeah.
Like Damo used to be a straight hood nigga.
Yeah.
And now he be trying to be like like how we saying like the weird vibe. Like he trying to be on some different shit.
He really just tries to do like what's popular right now.
Whatever's popping.
A lot of people are like that though, bro. Yeah. Like I think I was just telling somebody something yesterday. My mom told me. My mom was like, whenever you're yourself and you're always going to be yourself and you're not scared to be yourself and show people who you really are, a lot of people are going to be envious towards that, but eventually they're going to accept it and try to duplicate it.
Yeah.
That's just how life goes. Mm-hmm. So but it's really not fair though, because it's not fair. Like he was just saying, he been painting his nails since 2015, right? Mm-hmm. It's not fair that a nigga start painting his nails in 2021 and he's like, I'm different, nigga. Yeah. Like nigga, you're not different, nigga. Yeah. You got that shit from Playboy Cardi. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you're not different, nigga. You ain't even like, you wasn't even doing this shit before it was accepted. Mm-hmm. I don't even see. I don't understand those type of mindsets, like with somebody who goes out their way to try to be different. Like, bro, you can tell like everything he got going on is like probably genuinely him, bro. Like, I can't pinpoint like a music artist or nothing that like that's similar to that. Mm-hmm. But I want to talk about your music too because your music is real different. Like, what made you not want to be the stereotypical rapper? and really want to be a musician for real? Because you play instruments too, right?
Mm-hmm. Like I never like claimed to like play the fuck out of instruments because like there's so much more I could like grow on when it comes to musicality on instruments. But I can make them sound good, so I could do that. But I mean, I never really made a decision to not be like the standard, rapper. And I think because for me it came more genuine. I just love music at the end of the day, so it's not even just like I just like rap. It's like no, I fucking love music, like of all genres, and so because I'm black and and I grew up in America. Most of young black Americans grew up on fucking hip hop, so that was like my main dish that was served to me. So I, I guess you could say I, went in that direction more so than any other one. But I don't know, man. Like I never really had to try to make a conscious decision to be like, I don't want to be like them. I just do what I like to do, and it just comes out this way. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't really have a great answer for that one, other than like I didn't really make a decision to be like that.
If you had a genre to put yourself in, it would be hip hop though, or would it be just?
Man, so I always want to say alternative, like that's how I really be feeling. But I don't think alternative that genre is recognized to really hold rap in it. Yeah. Right now I think when you think alternative, you instantly think alt rock. Yeah. And so I don't want to like be like, oh, my shit's just alternative because I don't think it'll be perceived what I'm trying to say if I just say it like that. So yeah, I would just say it's rap. It's definitely hip hop. It's definitely hip hop. There's no way around that part. But I would say like alternative hip hop if that could be a thing.
But okay. I had a brain fart, my bad.
You good.
But I want to get to the Augusta thing too because I noticed in a lot of interviews and a lot of your music, you big up Augusta. Like, where's your love for Augusta come from?
Oh, I was raised here. Like, I was raised here, and I know so much of me is Augusta. Even if it's hard to recognize at first because I am considered like weird or out the box. And you're like, well, where do you find a nigga like that in South Augusta? And it's like, well, I'm the nigga from South Augusta. So it's like, here we are. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I spent most of the years of my life here. Like I was born in Baltimore, Maryland, come from a military family. So as soon as I was born in Baltimore, I was there for maybe like a couple weeks to like a month or so, just when I was old enough to fly on a plane. Flew to Germany because that's where my family was already stationed at. My mom just wanted to have me around our immediate family that was in Baltimore. So born in Baltimore, dropped down, go to Germany. I'm in Germany when my life kicks in and like I like download into the consciousness, and I'm like, oh, I'm here. I was in
what
Germany.
Part of Germany?
Heidelberg. Yeah, okay. So I was
30 minutes from there. I was in Mannheim.
That's dope. I've heard that name so many times.
Yeah. It's 30 minutes from Heidelberg.
Yeah, that shit. But I was like a toddler, so I wasn't driving around and shit. But I'm familiar with the names. But yeah, so I stayed there for like 5 years. After that, right when I turned 6, we had moved to Hepzibah, Georgia. So I moved out to Walton Meadows. That's where I was at. And I was out there before that shit was even done being built. Like I'm one of the original Walton Meadow residents. You know what I mean? Like, like that was the first neighborhood out the Waltons because you got Walton Meadows, Walton Landings, Walton Acres. Now you got Walton Farms and some other shit. But blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to say this to let anyone who needs to know this is like, bro, I was in South Augusta before South Augusta really was like even in South Augusta. Yeah, so it was like red clay and a couple of houses. Like that's what we had out there. But anyway, so I stayed there until I was like, 12. Moved to North Augusta for like a year solid. From North Augusta, went to Washington State on the West Coast. And I was there for like 3 years, 2 or 3 years. Yeah, a lot happened in those 2 or 3 years. I was like 13. Yeah, 2 years. I was 13 when I got up there on the head. And then I moved back right before I turned 16. So close to 3 years. But anyway, so much happened on the West Coast. So a lot of me is influenced by their culture too. But then I moved back to Georgia. I moved out to Grovetown and then from then Hepzibah again. But all these years collectively, the most of them are spent here in Augusta. So that's where the love comes from. Even when I moved to Washington State, man, I wish I could have seen it when I was 13. I was the only motherfucker up there with fucking big ass tall tees, down past my fucking knees and shit, and still wearing the fucking sticker that says tall T on it. Yeah. And I had to fit it, cap. What's that brand called? Like 50 something.
5950 or something.
Some shit like that. So we know what we talking about. And so I'm up there looking like fucking straight up down south Georgia boy. Like
Big King said that was the worst era in fashion.
That nigga tripping.
That nigga I think it was though, bro. That was bad.
That was my favorite.
Not saying like that. He's not saying that was the best moment in fashion, because it wasn't.
I think it was.
But it was lit. It was lit. I think the worst era in fashion is when niggas, and some motherfuckers still do it now, where they be wearing these tight ass pants, and then sagging with the tight ass pants.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't
and when I say tight, I mean like, nah, fam, like the shit don't even fit your waist.
Yeah.
Like it's different between having tight pants, like the legs are tight, and then the straight up waist don't fit you.
Yeah.
And I hate when I see someone that's like, what?
I think the worst era in fashion was that time period right after what you're talking about, and right before everybody started wearing tight pants, where like Lil Wayne and Jules Santana was wearing the rock star belts with the little studs on them and shit. And Kanye West was bringing the polos with the collar and the backpack. No, that was the worst era in fashion.
Nah, bro.
Because everybody was on some weird shit. Everybody was trying to figure it out. Like, niggas was still wearing tall tees but putting on your jerk jeans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was a weird era right there.
Niggas was trying to figure it out.
Niggas was trying to, like, transition between goddamn the baggy shit to the tight shit. But, like, a nigga had a skinny jeans with a tall tee.
Yeah.
That was nasty work.
Yeah.
That's the worst era.
Yeah, but what was crazy though was like everybody was questioning my fashion sense when I came from the South over to the West Coast, and I'm wearing these big ass tees, baggy pants, fitted hat, all this shit. And then literally like a year later, finally the trend makes it to them.
To the West Coast, because it's a different time.
Yeah, it's a different time. And so the trend makes it to them. And I remember, so when I went up there, I'm in the 8th grade. The following year, freshman year in high school up there, motherfuckers showing up, big ass tees. Motherfuckers showing up, trying to lean and rock and shit. And I was like, man, fuck, what? I was like, that's crazy. Because y'all was really looking at me different and asking me why I dressed the way I dressed. But now y'all dressing how I was dressing.
Well, back then, like, music was like real, what's the word? Like, in your area, like in Texas, everybody was listening to Chopped and Screwed. In Georgia, niggas was listening to T.I. But in the West Coast, nobody was listening to fucking T.I. It was real. What's the word for it?
Regional?
Yeah, regional. Yeah. There you go. Music was real regional back then. And it took a little while for it to get there. Like, it's funny, I lived in Kentucky for 2 years. And when I moved there, I want to say it was 2008, 2009, them niggas had just started listening to Gucci Mane. And Gucci Mane came out here and when? 04? 03?
Yeah. Can we say though? I think Southern raps had the longest reign in hip hop.
Nah,
bro,
New
think
York.
About it.
New York had that shit. It's 50 years of hip hop. New York had that shit
since
for
early
30 years.
Though, bro, we've been running the game since early 2000s. Think about that shit.
New York had it before then for 30 years.
I don't know.
We on their ass then.
We getting there.
Yeah. Everybody want to sound like Atlanta.
Yeah.
Everybody want to sound like Memphis. Bro, we've been running the game.
Well, now it's pretty much dead now because like I was just talking about music being regional, music is no longer regional.
That's what I'm saying.
Like a nigga like Blueface put some shit out. I don't know where the fuck that nigga from. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no sound. NBA YoungBoy, you would have to tell me this nigga's from Louisiana. I can't hear it in him.
I could tell.
Bro, him and Roddy Ricch sound like the same nigga.
Not to me. I could tell.
Nah, they sound like the same nigga, bro. They literally use the same plugins. They use the same plugins. You can hear that shit. Like, them niggas both be whining and sounding like Rod Wave. Nigga, everybody sound the same now. It's no more regional shit. Now you can look at a nigga.
Sound like the South. That's what I'm saying. Everybody.
Yeah. Oh, I was agreeing with you.
Everybody making trap. Ain't nobody goddamn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything is trap now. Everything sounds like the South, bro. That's what I'm saying.
But do you think that's a good thing?
I mean, I love Southern hip hop, so.
He's like, he doesn't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
What you think?
For me, again, I just love music. So if the shit sounds dope, it's dope. I do think there is a lot of like emulation, in the rap game. Everybody wants to try to sound like the thing that is like cool right now, I guess. And I think that part's bad. Like, you shouldn't try to sound like some shit just because it seems, to be the hitting thing right now. Because it's like that shit's gonna go away. Yeah. It's like you gotta.
That shit really annoying too. Like to sit in the studio and listen to 30 niggas come in that bitch and all make the same fucking song.
Yeah, they sound like the same shit. And listen to more than just one thing. Because I think also it's an issue of if you only listen to what you're told is cool, then you're gonna, as a creator, you're limiting, the shit that you can create with.
What kind of music you listen to?
Oh shit, everything. Like literally fucking everything. To answer the question more accurately, I'm actually gonna open up my fucking phone and talk about some of the last things that I've added. So there's a fucking song called Let's Live for Today by the Grassroots. That's some old, like, I don't even know what year that shit came out. When did that shit come out? 1967. So I'm listening to some shit from 1967 that I just added. There's another song, I think it's African. It's called Come On Home. I'm going to butcher this name, but the artist is Lejadu Sisters. Mm-hmm. So I'm listening to some African shit. I'm listening to, I just added a song it's called Horizon by Daft Punk. And it's a Japanese limited release or exclusive release. Sorry about that. Because something happened when they were releasing their album. For some reason, it wasn't available in Japan. And so to make Japan still know that they're appreciated, the fans over there, they made a song and released it just for Japan to have on their version of the album. So found out about that, threw that bitch on my fucking library.
Is that SZA?
Nah.
Oh,
this is a.
That's the Japanese. Oh, I thought that was SZA.
Yeah, she's called Giafu or Giafu. G-I-A.
You listen to K-pop?
Not really. Oh. But yeah, so
It's just you, Big King. Damn.
No, I mean,
I don't listen to K-pop.
I mean,
bullshit. Your son be listening to that shit though.
My son and my sister do. That's because that's the younger generation.
Yeah,
that's like what they come.
I mean, K-pop is cool. Like
it is.
Like I don't listen to it because it's not my thing. What was that one song? Gangnam Style?
Yeah. That's K-pop?
I think that was the the father.
Yeah.
Like one of the father figures of modern K-pop.
I guess you could say
I think so. And if somebody doesn't agree with that statement, it's not a hill I'm trying to die on.
I never thought of that. I never thought of that. That's crazy.
That's not what's
K-pop is
happening.
kind of just a recreation of like when American pop was like everybody's going crazy over NSYNC, Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
But they took this shit to the next level. So it's like
that shit kind of cool
it's
though.
Hella like bands that's just like bro.
Only weird thing about K-pop is all them boys look like girls.
That's just the thing over there now. You know what I'm saying?
That shit. That's the only weird thing.
And my sister, she thinks that shit's so attractive, bro.
I know. I heard her talking about.
Her feminine ass nigga. She loves that shit.
I think it's less of like. Well, I'm not talking about like her taste in particular, but I think androgyny. I think that shit is dope. Like I just don't like limits, man. So it's like for someone to be like, oh, the best way to be is I'm gonna look like a guy, whatever we think a guy looks like, because what masculine looks like now is completely different than what it used to look like that was deemed masculine. Like giving y'all real facts right now, high heels. That guys were the original wearers of high heels. It was people of nobility and higher class in society that wore high heels, men. And then later, it was allotted that women could wear them. You know, it's like the same nod of class or whatever. So women got that from guys. Mm-hmm. So for guys like, what, he wearing heels? Hell nah, bruh, gay as fuck. Mm-hmm. It's like, yo, actually, your mindset right now is just limited is all. You know, if you had a grander scope on things, you would know that that's actually not demasculizing, you know, however you want to say it, to this gender. What's another one? If you look at ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, when have you ever seen Pharaoh in some pants, nigga? Motherfucker was in a skirt, bruh. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want me to use our words right now, that was a skirt. Your fam had on a short piece of fabric above the knees, wrapped around his waist, no top. Like, what of it? You know what I'm saying? With eye makeup on.
Yeah.
So, yes, I'm wearing the eyeshadow. I'm wearing what you would recognize to be a skirt. And if you say something about it, your head's going to roll before the sun drops. Yeah. Like, because that was masculine at the time. So, yeah, man, I think...
So how do you view masculinity now?
I think masculinity is more in actions than what it looks like. You know, I think that's where people get it fucked up. Like, it's all about the actions, not what it looks like. So masculine, it's going to be a protecting type of energy with more of a ferocity. Because mothers are nurturing, you know, and that's a form of protection. Mm-hmm. But fathers are like, I protect from the outside, you know, and bring it inward. Mothers protect from the inward, you know, and then opposite direction. Mm-hmm. So I think it's just all about the energy, man. It's hard to describe because, like, how do you describe what energy looks like, you know? But that's what it is for me today. That's what masculinity is. It's how you carry yourself in the masculine, not what you look like.
So how you feel about gender roles then? Do you feel like it's a place for them, or are they different now for excuse me, for a reason?
I think with gender roles, that's one of those things that you have to, when you really want to dissect it and for real pull it apart, you have to like view it from far back. You can't view it from where we're at now. Don't let me lose my place on this, because I'm going to have to kind of go sidebar to bring it to where I want to, bring it right now. But sometimes I think gender roles, how we view it now, are more traditional than anything. They're more of a tradition versus a factual stance. So say if somebody's grandma, when they moved out, was trying to cook Thanksgiving dinner and they were putting a turkey in a pot, but the pot couldn't fit the whole turkey in it, so they would chop the turkey up to cook it in the pot so it fit. They show that recipe to their baby. Now they cooking turkey chopped up in a pot, and then they carry that shit on to the next generation. Now the family thinking, nigga, this is how you're supposed to serve Thanksgiving turkey. You know what I'm saying? Chopped up in a pot. They doing it like that just because that's how they think it's supposed to be. That's the role of it. It's supposed to look like this. It's supposed to be like that. But they don't understand that it's circumstantial. It only looks like this now because there was a time given when I didn't have a big enough pot. And it was like, so I had to chop this bitch up. So I think gender roles where it was like, hey, the woman stays home and cooks and cleans. The husband goes out and gets, the job and, brings home the bacon, so they used to say. I think that was circumstantial. I think that was because, well, hell, they were in a society that discriminated against women. Mm-hmm. A woman couldn't get a job. So it's like, what the fuck else is she supposed to do? It's like, well, shit, since you can't get a job, logically, I'll get the job. And while I'm not here, can you be here and, tend to the house? So I think it was circumstances less than I can't do it because I'm a woman. Our genders are different, so I'm just not built to do that. It's like, no, I don't believe in that. So I think gender roles are stupid. That's my personal stance on it. And I think they come from circumstantial, places versus like factual ones.
Big King, this is when you insert your topic you have for today.
You can insert it. Introduce it.
All right. So Big King said he's been noticing a lot lately that a lot of men been getting their last names hyphenated when they get married.
And taking on their women's last name.
Yeah, taking on their women's last name. Hold on, but are the women hyphenating their name also, or are they just keeping their last name?
Some, the man's just taking their last name, and then some they're just hyphenating. Both of them have it hyphenated, like Williams Anderson or whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Personally, I don't have a problem with that because it doesn't affect my life.
Yeah.
But if I had to give an opinion on it, like everyone has an opinion, right? So if I had to give an opinion on it, I would want to know, like, what's the benefit, of doing that. Yeah. And like, so why? Like, help me understand, because it's something that I'm ignorant to. So I don't really know enough about this situation to even give an accurate opinion that holds any weight. So I would need to be educated by someone who's actually doing it or understands it more than I do. I don't know what the purpose would be. But then I guess that same question where you flipped and they're like, well, what's the purpose of a woman taking a male's name? And then I would be like, well, I think that's when you have to step back and look at it. And it's like, because most of like the I don't want to call it the benefits of having a family, but like everything that like the family owns would always be in the male's title. So if you take his name, then you now have that because that's where the thing is at. Mm-hmm. I think that's pretty much how that started. But as far as a man taking a woman's name in today's age, I don't have an opinion on it really because I don't know why they would do that. Like, and not even like why would you do that? But like, no, I literally, as the words say, like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
I don't.
Do you feel like in this generation we're running into a lot more alpha females in like relationships?
I told you ain't no such thing, bro.
No, there is.
Ain't no such thing, no
I'm
alpha
telling
female.
You can really manifest anything you want to. Like,
what
bro,
pack?
Anything can.
What
anything,
pack has alpha females?
Hey, bro, listen. So
hyenas?
I'm gonna jump in here real
For
quick.
real?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually,
I didn't know that.
every pack has alpha females, and I'm a person that has a lot of fucking dogs. Like I've been raising dogs for like 9 years now. Every day of my life, multiples of them, big ones, and. There's always an alpha female. Same way that how there's an alpha male, I've had to break up dog fights because they're trying to establish who's alpha male. And then I've had to, separate females because they're trying to figure out who's alpha female. A female dog that knows she's only the one who's running this shit, if you bring in another female from just random who the fuck cares, there's going to be a problem. And the female, the alpha one, she's always going to be at the other one's neck, just checking her. Like, bitch, get lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my shit.
Yeah.
It's in the lion pride. Like, it goes to rights to mate. Like some packs, it's kind of like the queen bee thing. There's only one fucking female allowed to have babies and offspring. The rest of y'all bitches can stand by in case some shit happen to me. But until then, I'm the only one that's giving us more members. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so in nature, I think we can always, if we ever get lost as humans, if we ever get lost in humanity, we can always reference back to nature and just look at the mechanics of nature itself and what happens in nature without us touching it. And I think that always gives us the answer for what we should do, back in our egotistical, society.
Mm-hmm. Does that type of female attract a person like you, though?
An alpha female? I like strong women. Mm-hmm. I think an alpha female, I think that just means a strong woman. One that doesn't mind dominating when necessary. And sometimes it can be overkill. And that's with females and males. Sometimes motherfuckers go out their way to try to be like, like a dick measuring contest. They're like, oh, bro, I just got this motherfucking, Chevrolet. Another motherfucker, well, bro, I got the old school Cutlass and da-da-da-da. Yeah. Another motherfucker, well, shit, it's like, all right, everybody's just laying out dicks now to see. It's like, that shit don't matter. Yeah. But so it can be overkill, so some guys go out their way to try to be alpha. Some females go out their way to try to be alpha. But my take, do I attract a woman like that? Or am I attracted to women like that? I would say in short, yeah. Like, I like a woman that if I'm down, she can ride, Like, I'll do most of the riding. Like, I don't mind. But I do like to have a partnership. I don't like to be I don't like to be a figurehead in a family where it's like, oh, I have to gender roles again. It's like, sometimes a nigga tired, so somebody else got to do some work. You know what I mean? It's like when you driving on a long trip, you like, bro, I drove 18 hours out of this 20-hour trip. But this person right here is more than ready and capable to grab the wheel at any time if I need them to. And so that's the type of woman I would prefer. It's like, I want you to be able to do damn near everything I can do. So if there's ever a moment I can't do it for some reason, we ain't lose no strength because you there with it. So I like shit like that.
Slim, do you think that women are still attracted to the traditional alpha? Or do you think it's changing? Yes and no. Do you think it's changing?
Yes and no. I'm going to be honest with you. The whole time I was just sitting here listening to him talk, I was just thinking about, like, I couldn't imagine waking up and my girl got my car detailed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I couldn't imagine that. I couldn't imagine, like, she got the car detailed, she cut the grass and goddamn, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't imagine no shit like that. But like
you getting up and you goddamn getting the kids in the car.
Yeah.
Taking them to school.
But I do know people where like those roles are flipped. Like I know people, I've told you before, I know people that the guy's a stay-at-home dad and he gets the kids ready for school and everything, and she wakes up, she goes to work. She's the one that, provides the bacon and he goddamn cooks it.
Yeah.
And like all the money in the bank account is hers and he pays the bills. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know families like that, but it's always whatever works for you. But what's the question you asked me?
Do you think women are?
Bad, I got on subject like a motherfucker.
Do you think women in this generation, as like Gen Z and millennials, what we are, millennials and Gen Z, do you think women are becoming more attracted to alpha? Or do you
I'm
think
gonna be honest with
like
you, bro.
Less attracted
I'm
to
gonna be completely honest with you. Mm-hmm. Women today, and I'm talking about our age group, so between 25 and 40, bro. More women are starting to love bitch ass niggas. And what I mean by a bitch ass nigga, and I know I say that term on this pod all the time. What I mean by a bitch ass nigga, I'm talking about women are naturally nurturing. So they love to take care of a nigga. So, bro, they will go find this bitch ass nigga that won't keep no job, that be in and out of jail, that just be doing dumb shit every day. Nigga ain't even got a mixtape. He won't even have a mixtape. Yeah. Just be a bum ass nigga. She will take him and, bro, she will love this nigga to death. She will go buy this nigga a pair of Air Force Ones every day. She will get this nigga her keys. She will get this nigga allowance. And she feels good about herself, bro. Like she feels like she's doing what humanity told her to do. She's like doing her part.
Like a Jody type nigga before he got right.
Yeah.
Baby boy type.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm gonna say I definitely feel like I agree with you. But I think in both ways,
I wasn't speaking to absolutes though. I wasn't saying like all women are like that. I was saying more women are like that.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like I agree with everything you just said, but I think more just in a way of like nobody should pick stupid ass people to be with. But sometimes we all go through like just dumb phases where motherfuckers ain't thinking, and we like, sex is lit. I'm finna stay riding with this motherfucker right here, but they actually trash like as a person or how they function. So, I ain't gonna scrutinize too hard on that one, but it does seem like that more and more is like, so this is what you out here picking. Like, it's like, that dude is no good for you. It's like, what does he do? Like, he's not even cool.
Floyd,
he's not even awesome.
Floyd, I'm gonna be honest with you. I got 3 homeboys, and this is about to sound crazy. Don't judge me. This is about to sound crazy. I got 3 homeboys, and I be judging they old ladies on the low because I be like, Shawty, you can do better. Like, what made you do that? You know what I'm saying? And I be feeling bad for them. I be like, bro, like, come on, Shawty. Like your life would be totally different if you just, but that's my partner. So like, I ain't never said it before, but I'm still not gonna say it. I just said it on the pod. Like nobody's gonna know who I'm talking about.
The 3 partners. It's just like watching the episode, fucking tears coming down, fist balled up.
They know I'm talking about them. They know I'm talking about them.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. So I don't know. That's them though. They'll get it.
But yeah, Big King, to answer your question, I think more women are starting to like bitch ass niggas. And as far as you was talking about the traditional like view of like a masculine man, I ain't gonna lie, Floyd changed my my ideal just a little bit, but I do think it's dying a little bit. Like, also, it's a lot of factors that go into it. It's like, our lives keep getting easier and keep getting better. So that caveman mentality, that shit don't really matter no more. Like, let's be honest. In 2023, like let's be completely honest. Do you really need to own a drill? Yeah. Do you?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, I got 3 on them, but I'm asking y'all though.
You need tools, yeah.
You think so?
You always need tools, bro. I don't give a fuck if we on a spaceship in the year 5055.
I mean,
nigga, have a drill.
I mean, I feel that way, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Because I feel the same way, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know some niggas that's getting by pretty good without having tools.
Until they get to that moment where they need one.
And they just gonna call somebody and pay somebody to do it.
And
that's what I'm saying. Like, times is just different now.
I mean, you're not wrong. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and cat like every day niggas is having to repair a fucking, horse and station buggy wagon because it got a broken wheel on it. So I gotta go to the blacksmith and like I get it. Like, that ain't our reality. But for real, I think it's adequate that everyone, needs to maintain the knowledge of using tools, how to fix shit on your own, things like that. I think that is a masculine type thing, like as far as an energetic thing. I don't care if it's a woman with a wrench or a guy with a wrench, talking about just like sex based. Somebody need to know how to use a fucking wrench. Whoever's using it, that's a masculine energy right there, or a hammer or whatever. But yeah, again,
so basically in a relationship standpoint, somebody needs to play that role of masculine and somebody needs to play that role of feminine.
I think it's ebb and flow. I don't think and that's why I was saying, like, I don't think it's a fixed position. I don't think it's like somebody has to just stay here at all times. I think it could be interchangeable. It's like you just have to be, because that makes you more of an asset than a liability. If you're fluid enough in your own, in your soul and your structure of how you do shit, you're fluid enough to be able to hold down the fort wherever necessary. Like, you are an asset at that point. If you're just like, well, all I could do is fucking, hammer in a few nails and fucking shovel clay, then it's like, well, damn, what if I need you to actually talk nice to the kids, because they're crying? Like, what if I actually need you to just like, support me emotionally? Do you even know what that even means? Like, talking to the person in that moment. So I think it's good to not be fixed just in one position. I would like to be able to meet, my partner's needs in any way that I can. Versus like, well, this nigga can only fucking, hammer a goddamn nail and mow the lawn. Like, that's worthless.
I got one more question. All right, you hear glass smash in the middle of the night. Big ass burglar in your house. Who is supposed to go in there and take care of business if that situation ever happens.
Teamwork, baby.
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Y'all gonna be the Hardy Boys in that bitch.
Dirk and
Teamwork,
what's her name?
Teamwork.
What's Dirk old lady
Like,
name? They got
they
got the shooting in the mansion.
Like, cause I'm always, cause I'm always excited. When you said that, I started thinking about Soulja Boy shit. But nigga, that nigga came down, shot his ass too. Yo, took off his mask. Damn, like yo. Anyway, but
I know that nigga. I know that nigga.
But fucking teamwork. Like I always got the blicky, so of course if something go down like that, I'm going out regardless. Like I'm finna go see what the fuck is happening.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love it if my shorty was like, shit, you do that, and just in case you miss, nigga, me too, I got you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bet.
What you think?
Hey man, I feel like Floyd is real optimistic. I know whatever girl I'm with, she's staying her ass in the room. She's in the room.
That bitch might shoot me in the ass. Yeah. And then I ain't trust because I'm not trusting my girl with no kind of weapons. Bro.
Nah.
So
really?
Stay here. I'm gonna go handle this shit real quick.
See, but I'm around men who be taking like they wives and female partners to the gun range. Like they
do you know the level of patience you have to do that?
Yeah,
you have to be a very patient person to be able to deal with a woman in those kind of settings. Because first off, you got a firearm, which is something deadly.
Oh yeah,
and then you're dealing with her emotions. It's a lot that come with that, dog. Like first, y'all should try to do the little paddle boat shit first before you go to the gun shit. See how successful y'all at doing teamwork with that. Like I row, you row. Yeah. I row, you row, and then y'all successfully do that. Then take her to the gun range.
I think you're right. It does take a lot of patience, but I think it takes a lot of patience to teach anybody anything. You know, if they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah,
I
agree.
And so because I had just took, you know what I'm saying, a female friend of mine to the gun range like 2 weeks ago, and she ain't never shot a gun before. And my gun is heavy. Like, you know what I'm saying? My shit's 33 ounces loaded. And she ain't a big girl at all. She's probably like...
What kind of gun is it?
It's a Beretta 92 FS.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's just a lot of metal. It's a gun that a lot of people don't even like to keep on them as a daily, carry around just because it's so fucking heavy. Mm-hmm. But anyway, man, so I got her out there and she's tiny and I'm teaching her how to hold it and all this shit. But I actually learned to do that from my dad because my dad would take, my mom out there, to go shoot and shit like that. And then when you go out there, you see other guys teaching their daughters how to shoot. So I think it's a good thing to have strong women. I just love strong women, man. So, anything I could do, I would like it if my girl could do it too. So, yeah, man, I think it just makes everything easier.
A lot of girls scared of guns though, bro.
Oh,
they're scared shitless.
Yeah.
Actually, I know. Hold on, let me not make that gender based because we got a homeboy that's scared shitless of a gun.
Before I ever really started shooting guns, I was scared of guns.
Really?
Just because you never bruh, this is death in a one tool.
Yeah, if you use it incorrectly.
Yeah,
or shit, actually, if you use it correctly.
Yeah, like for real.
If you use this.
Yeah, if you use it, period.
For real. It's death in one tool, bro. So it's like that always used to, until I realized like, oh, these shits are actually reliable. Like, as long as you're not, being a dumbass with it and you know how to work it, it's completely reliable.
Yeah, you know my analogy. I always say, tools is like, like a hoe. You can use a hoe to, make a good ass garden, or you can use a hoe and put it in the back of somebody's skull. Mm-hmm. It's a tool.
I wasn't sure which way you were gonna go with that.
Oh, no, I'm in a hole like a garden.
I had a whole eye squint, like focused on like what is he about to say next? Like he's just like a hoe. He's like, you could dig a garden with it, or you could have one in your motherfucking bed, slut it out. And I was like, both get the job done.
That is some shit I would say though. That is some shit I would say though. I ain't gonna lie.
I kind of picked that out your vibe. I was like, I feel like he's gonna say that. But then you didn't say that.
I actually was being serious this time.
Yeah, I was shocked that you didn't go there, and I was like, huh.
Yeah, I'm not always ratchet. You know what's crazy? Shots by Nino?
Yeah, that's my boy.
Bro, first time I met him, dog, I was drunk as a motherfucker at 10 in the morning. It was somebody's birthday. We both was doing film work, and because I do photography and videography too, and me and Nino both was at the set. And I was just drunk, just rambling about all kind of stupid shit, just dumb shit, just rambling like at 10 in the morning. And Nino asked me, he was like, Slim, do you believe in God? And we just went in this deep ass conversation about like God and the devil and how they intertwine and blah blah blah. Then we started talking about marriage, and I started giving my takes on marriage. And that nigga just looked at me and he was like, "Hey, bro, you're the weirdest nigga I ever met in my life." He was like, "You're spontaneous as fuck." He was like, I only be asking you questions because I don't know what the fuck you're gonna say next."
Yeah.
And I thought about that shit. I was like, I am like that, bro. Like, cause I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say next.
Yeah.
But like you be saying, Big King, I might be a little slow.
Yeah, I think all of us are a little slow. I think that's how we all got connected because we all slow a little bit.
Yeah,
And we attracted to each
I wasn't in slow.
If
classes,
enough
though.
slow niggas get together, then something starts speeding up. If we just combine. Like,
I just sat down one day. I was like, bruh. I was like, all right, I think Slim is slow. But if Slim is slow, that means I'm slow. Because I be hanging out with this nigga, and that means Damo's slow. And I was like, I started going through every one of our friends. I was like, bro, we all slow.
I'm about to show you a video, Big King. I'm gonna put it on the screen also. This is a good ass depiction of us as a friend group and niggas being slow.
Yo, what was that walk?
Hold up. Is this the right video? Oh, yeah, here we go. We not even talking about shit. Hold on, keep watching, bro. It's about to get stupider.
Chuck, ignorant ass laugh, bro.
Wait till you see Chuck start dancing, bro. Hold on, watch. Here it come, here it come. Look, watch Chuck, bro. Yeah, bro. That's the sped class right there.
Yeah.
That's the sped class.
I think that's why we all linked up.
Yeah,
we all retarded.
We all just in sped class. Like,
I've
you
never
know
heard
how,
it called sped before.
Oh, that's what the kids call it now. They call it sped. That's what it's called in school now.
Not special ed.
It's
Sped.
called sped.
Why they stop saying special?
I think it's supposed to be offensive.
That's what I was trying to gauge. Okay, because I know a lot of things go in and out of being offensive and not offensive.
Yeah.
Except for hard ER. That shit's always offensive.
Yeah, for sure.
but
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, sped is a funny.
I think I think sped is offensive. Like in my head,
You think so, bro?
if somebody said, "That boy kind of speddy, ain't he?" And it's like, damn, what the fuck you just say?
Well, you know, that's gonna be the next word that's gonna be offensive. Sped's gonna be offensive.
Sped
soon.
sounds offensive, and
it's gonna be offensive soon.
like,
I think eventually we'll get away from like everybody getting
No.
about shit. I think we're gonna go away from it, bro. People are tired of it already.
Bro, you can't even say the R word no more.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's weird.
But yeah,
That used to be a medical term.
I mean, it's a real word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but people are offended more so than not with that usage.
So what's the difference between sped and the R word?
Bro, there's no difference. The only difference is in this situation specifically between sped and R word is people aren't upset at sped yet. Like, that's literally the only difference.
Yeah, that's it.
That's literally the only difference. You know, both are pinpointing the same, thing, a different usage of mind function or mind functionality. That is R word, how we would, use it or reference it. And that is sped. I like special ed. I thought special ed sounded really nice, actually. Like, when motherfuckers would get out of class early or get to go do fun shit, they're like, all right, all special ed, students. I'm like, damn, that nigga special. And I was like, because I ain't really know what they was doing. I just know they got to leave class and shit like that. Or man, they used to have some other shit that sound really fun too, and I didn't know what it was. I think it was just special ed, man. That shit sound really fun when they would like go do shit. I was like, damn, that's cool. Y'all get to leave class early.
Nah, the worst shit was when you was bad as hell and they put you in special ed.
Yeah, them niggas there, boy.
I used to feel bad for them niggas, dog.
Them niggas so bad they slow.
Yeah. Now them niggas in special ed just because.
I gotta touch some shit in here. My bad, bro. I know this
Nah, you
shit.
good.
I ain't asked to touch it, but
you good.
a fucking Rick James
Yeah.
figure.
Yeah, shout out my nigga Cooks. He gave that to
Can I
me.
take this out of the box? It's
Yeah,
already
you
open.
good.
I turn into a
son
child when
already.
shit like this happens, and what the fuck?
My homeboy son, he already opened it. Yeah, we had to take a quick break though. What it was you said you wanted to talk about next?
Oh, so look, I was over here looking at this pop action figure. It's Rick James, right? And I should say it's Rick James, bitch. But I was like, I need to get some of those because that shit's fire. So I want to get a Rick James one. I want to get a Prince one, and I want to get a Jimi Hendrix one if those are available. And then, cause I really fuck with those people right there.
Oh yeah.
And I heard that you fuck with Jimmy too.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy is my favorite fucking guitarist.
Revolutionized that shit.
Yeah, like I absolutely love Jimi Hendrix, man. And Prince is my second favorite guitarist. And my third favorite guitarist. Shit, I don't know. I'll revisit that answer because I don't just want to say some shit and then not really be like sticking to it. So, yeah, for
Jimmy's
sure.
Definitely number one on my list, of course. Anybody who changes the fucking game, like after a nigga like that enters the game, it's never gonna be the same again. Anybody who does that, that's like some fucking Michael Jordan or Steph Curry type shit. Like those people get my utmost respect. They're always gonna be my favorites.
Yeah, no doubt on that shit. Yeah. I've been collecting a lot of vinyls lately. And I've been really happy to come across like some original Jimi Hendrix shit, like his Are You Experience. Yeah, I got the original release for that shit. My shit, WatchTower Maria, my album cover was inspired by his Electric Ladyland, the original art.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Nice. Because they had a European release of it, and then they had an American release as far as the covers go. Yeah. European one featured like 15 or 12 topless women in a room holding his vinyl with his picture. Yeah. The American one, they were more censored back then, so they were like, "Nah, we can't have this on the shelf." So they had to get a different cover for it. I forget what that one even looks like because I didn't really care. I know.
That's when you had like 3 topless girls, and you was like in the back.
Yeah, so that's WatchTower Maria, and that one was inspired by Jimi Hendrix's Electric Ladyland. Look, pull it up. If you if you type in Electric Ladyland original cover, it should pop up. And that shit was fire to me. Like, I was like, okay, so we got big feminine energy, and then one of them is holding his vinyl with his face on it. So that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, brother.
So.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy is the dude. Sometimes when I look at Jimi Hendrix, it's crazy to see that he accomplished all he accomplished, but by the time he was 27. Like, he died at 27. You know what I'm saying?
Why they mark the titties out?
No, you should look at the real one.
Oh,
yeah. that was real.
Oh, I see. They got it.
Oh, you got the child safety on your phone. That's why.
Oh, okay.
My internet, I ain't got none of that.
Yeah, grow up, man.
My bad, y'all. Damn.
Nigga, wholesome as fuck. Come on, bro.
Bro, like, you ever type in "damn my stomach hurt" and then goddamn on Google, then a whole bunch of dicks or something pop up.
Nah.
It's just me. My bad. That's why. That's why I got the goddamn lock.
Algorithm wild, bro.
No, bro.
Nah.
So you ain't ever put like a medical symptom in and like a whole bunch of crazy shit just start popping up?
Nah.
I don't know, bro.
Normally just what I pop up. It's not dick related most of the time.
Maybe it's just me, bro. My bad, bro.
That nigga said, "How much is milk at Walmart near me?" Yeah. The dicks. What the fuck?
Nah, for real, like you'll be like stomach ache.
Yeah.
Stomach ache, diarrhea. Yeah. Next thing you know, you see a fucking picture of goddamn a big ass ulcer hanging out a nigga ass or something.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That type shit.
I'm sorry your phone does that to you.
It does that sometimes, bro. So that's why that shit was on there.
The government hates him.
They be
don't it
hacking.
feel like
putting dicks on your phone for no reason to fuck with you every day.
But don't it feel like niggas back in the day, like, bro, I swear to God, when I was like younger and I used to watch like a person like Jimi Hendrix or Rick James or some shit, right? Them niggas would be in their like 20s.
And they look really old.
And they look like, I thought them niggas was like 40.
Yeah, same.
You know what I'm saying?
I think
I don't know what it is. And I be like, bro, we like in our 30s now.
That's crazy because I'm looking at this album cover and I'm like, bro, these some bap ass titties, bro. These some bad titties.
That's before the boob drop became like a thing, bro. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? That's the original titty.
Yeah, you're looking at the natural titties.
I mean, I see natural titties all the time, bro. But like,
Nowadays, we too used to the BBL
and you got to think about bra utilization, right?
Yeah.
Oh, them hoes ain't use bras.
Not really. And then not even that they didn't use bras, but the bras weren't as refined as they are now. And so picture this, like let's just talk about evolution, like through genetics. So if you have someone who has heavier breasts because they're a bigger size and they don't have a lot of daily support, then genetically their kid's body structure is going to come out mimicking that. But once you start getting more bras incorporated into modern society that are more strong and sturdy and the wires don't get caught in the dryer holes and get fucked up, so they can't even wear a bra for who knows how long till they get another one. So now you have more bras being used more often through time. So now breasts are sitting up more. So now when their kid comes out, they're going to have the genetics of more of I guess more held up chest. And so I think that's what's going on, why now there's more of a different shape to breast than what it was in that vintage photo that you just saw. Because it was like, man, you're looking at like 7 decades of titties ago. It's like now we got titties that have been in Victoria's Secret, for the last 40 years. So it's like the support's different.
So what do we think about the BBL, the diaper booties?
I don't fuck with it.
You think that's gonna
I don't fuck with that.
Take that shit down the line?
My kids gonna adapt to BBL too.
The bitch is gonna have.
That's a good question. That's actually a good question.
I don't think. I think.
Let me sit here and ponder that for a second.
I think goddamn cosmetic surgeries ain't gonna pass on.
You gotta pass that bitch on.
When them girls be having kids, they kids be looking like them before the BBLs.
Yeah.
And but see, it's a better question to be had. The better question is how is that kid seeing their mom with that BBL gonna affect them growing up?
That's a good question too.
Is the kid gonna think like, hey, I don't look like my mommy? What happened?
That's a great question. I never thought about that.
I was watching music videos and goddamn, I just realized like, bruh, my son, like low key, he 8. You know what I'm saying? Every music video nowadays they got girls in bikinis, butt naked, shaking ass and all this stuff.
Yeah, every last one of them.
He just slowly being sexualized at the age of 8 years old.
He don't really pay that shit no attention, though.
I know, but he doesn't know that it's doing something. It is. Because you got to think, when we was younger, right now, he probably ain't really thinking about it like that. But when he get about 10, 12, it's going to be so normal. Like, sexualization is going to be so normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that shit watching music videos last night, and I saw my daughter, she was watching it too, and I was like, this is bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't be watching this shit. Even though, like, I like the music and shit, I'm like, they shouldn't be watching this shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how far have we fucking come? Like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when we was young, that type of shit wasn't, like, out in the open like it is now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you saw a bitch, she might have had, like, you had, like, Buffy the Body, but she had, like, jeans on.
Yeah.
And she just had a big old booty.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking fat.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That shit
like
was
that.
crazy.
But, like, now, that shit's in panties. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. I think for some reason I remember seeing Buffy the Body in some red lingerie somewhere in my head.
Yeah.
Nah, the only image I have of her is Shawty shows the dancing on me.
Yeah.
Way that you was making me horny. And she had on like all black. It was like a lace, some lace pant and a lace over the top with some black panties. Body. It was all black.
That shit can't be good for them though. That shit can't be good for kids though.
Bruh, I think in today's age, bruh, I don't have children, so I don't like to give kid advice. But in today's age, bro, I really do believe you need to educate your kids on everything at a young age, bro. Because if you don't educate them on that shit, guess what? A little nigga like Slim, who just got a hold of the XXL magazine and just jacked off for the first time, is gonna put them on game. Yeah. Who do you want? Do you want 8-year-old Slim showing your son a XXL magazine, or you want to show him?
Why parents just can't be like old school parents no more, bro? God damn.
And do what?
And just make kids not goddamn. I at least want my kid to be protected until at least like 13.
Yo, my bad, y'all.
Oh, you want all the parents to be the same on the same accord?
So I'm over here there was a music video that Exhibit had that had like this baddie in that bitch, man. I don't remember what she was wearing, but it was like some silk, something flowing. Anyway, she was gorgeous. Forgot all about it till right now. We started talking about Buffy. I was trying to see if it was her in the video. So I Googled Exhibit music videos, and so my phone didn't pull up dicks or nothing. Like, oh, your shit be tripping. But I'm fucking with you. But so I'm looking. You know how Google has like it said people also ask in that section. So like my question, but then it's like people also want to know this. So maybe this is what you're really trying to find out. First thing that people also ask about Exhibit in relation to his music videos, it says, was Exhibit a good rapper? Question mark.
Who the fuck wants to know that? Everybody knows the answer to that question. Fuck no, nigga.
I think he was a good rapper. I think
bro, name me 5 Exhibit songs.
I can't. But that's not because he's not a good rapper. That's just because I didn't do my research. Okay. And I was born after his prime. But Exhibit, he actually had some fire shit like when he first came out. Like, and that ain't me like trying to make him like seem better than what he is. Like, nah, he had some fire shit. I think it might even been like his original album. I gotta go and do some more research while we're talking about it. But I just
what year were you born?
91.
Nah, you weren't born after his prime.
When was his prime, you think?
When he had the fucking and the goddamn lowrider was bouncing up and down.
What year was that?
That shit was like 99, 2000.
What song was it?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Is it bad that I only know Exhibit from Pimp My Ride, bro?
No, I was about to say that next.
That's all I know too, bro.
Yeah, like my
that's all I remember.
Bro, I got the song in my head. I just don't know how to say it.
Bro.
And I remember him from 50 Cent. See Exhibit in the club telling roll that weed up, and then Exhibit give him the head nod. That's the only times I remember that nigga.
Hey, Exhibit was trash, bro. Floyd's about to try to goddamn convince us this nigga wasn't trash. But this nigga wasn't talking about shit,
if I could just tell you about this one song, I don't know.
I remember him from
this shit about to be ass.
It's not
ass. It's not ass.
And then I remember him from Pimp My Ride. That was it.
Let me see.
What the fuck was this?
And I used to love Pimp My Ride. So shout out to Exhibit, man.
How does he spell his name?
X to the Z.
X to the Z is crazy.
That is how he spell his name. This nigga trash as fuck.
Bro, he's not trash.
X to the Z Exhibit? That's lame as hell, bro. Then I typed that shit just like that too. Yeah. X, Z Exhibit.
Yeah.
That's lame as hell, bro.
And the one motherfucker in the world that I know would know exactly what song I'm looking for. I don't fuck with him no more, so I don't even. Damn,
bro. Yeah, bro. I'm sitting here scrolling through his catalog. This shit ass, bro. But see, this album right here, I know for a fact came out in 2000 because I lived in Germany at the time, and I remember this shit like. You remember you used to go into the music store to get an album, and the shit used to be like just full of all the trash ass albums, and the shit you wanted was always gone, or was one or two.
Hey, I found the video with the baddie.
Used to be full. You said what?
I found the video with the baddie. Now I just gotta find what scene she in.
Yeah.
It wasn't so. The song's not fire, but the video. The song's called "Concentrate" by Exhibit. Not the one I was looking for, but
Exhibit is from LA, right? He's an LA West Coast.
I think so.
Yeah.
My introduction to him, like you, was "Pimp My Ride." I didn't know he existed until that.
I think this is right around the time when West Coast rap was falling off.
I wanted bro to like give me a car so bad.
I know, right?
Yeah, me too, bro.
I wanted him to pimp my Honda out so bad, bro.
I was only like 12, but I needed a car from him. I was like, bro, just give me some shit with a fish tank and the steering wheel. Yeah, and
bro. But you know, like a lot of those cars.
He said, "Nigga, we put a PlayStation 9 in your fucking seatbelt." I said, "God."
A lot of those cars, the insurance companies was dropping them.
For real?
Mm-hmm. Just wasn't safe to drive no more.
Yeah, bro. They couldn't get insured no more because the car value was too high. The car value was too high, so they couldn't get insured no more.
God damn.
So this was not Buffy the Body.
Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy. This shorty had me in a chokehold when I was like.
He really tried to convince us that.
I'm not done yet.
Exhibit.
I'm not done yet. Yo, shorty right here. She was a baddie.
She all right.
Bro, think about being 15.
Yeah.
Bro,
She mounted up.
The one
ATO just came out. The movie
that I was obsessed with growing up was Melissa Ford, bro, and I'm still obsessed with Melissa Ford, bro.
So you be watching the Joe Budden podcast about the jack off and shit?
Who's Melissa Ford?
Yeah,
Melissa
she's a video vixen. She's like one of the original video vixens. Melissa Ford. She fine as hell. She from Canada. She fine as a motherfucker.
Melissa Ford.
Let me look what she
Who
looked
else
like
used
real
to
quick.
be? Melissa Ford, Buffy the Body.
Melissa Ford, that's vintage vagina.
Yeah.
Melissa.
So beautiful.
And his vagina.
I'll leave my whole family right now for that bitch.
Chill out.
I'm dead serious.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Hit me up.
That's how I like women to look, bro. Like, let's get back to this BBL shit, bro. That's how, and I don't know, bro. Like, I try not to like tell women what to do with their bodies or even suggest for what women should do with their bodies. But that's how I want a woman to look. I want her to be natural and just fucking beautiful, bro. Like,
so you're not fucking with the BBL
makeup.
era. You're not fucking with the BBL.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm so like this BBL shit is so annoying to me. Like, I literally get on Instagram and keep scrolling. Like, it be ass all over my Instagram and I just keep scrolling. Like, it does nothing for me. That shit. You remember when you was young, you would get online and you'll see a random ass and your dick would jump a little bit?
Yeah.
Nigga, my dick don't do shit. I just be like, I just be like, nigga, another fucking BBL ass.
You will leave your family for Melissa Ford?
That bitch fine, dog.
That's crazy. I'm looking at her on Instagram.
She fine. Bro, you gotta think,
bro.
this bitch like 40-something.
Yeah, that bitch like...
She ain't 40. She like 50-something.
40s.
She gotta be like 50-something. Ain't no way she
might be
40-something.
50.
Nah, I think she Joe Budden age.
Let's ask
Joe
Google.
Budden 40.
Let's ask Google.
Joe Budden is like 39, 40.
He can't. Hell no, Joe Budden ain't 39.
He said 39.
Hell no, he
Joe
ain't no
Budden ain't no
39.
39.
Joe Budden is between 39 and 40
gentlemen, one thing at a
and
time.
41.
Let's figure out Melissa Ford's age and then we'll figure out Joe Budden's age.
If Joe Budden is 39.
Joe Budden is like 39, 40,
Motherfuckers
bro.
just start throwing questions.
no way.
All right, so Melissa Ford says she's 46.
Yeah.
Says she's 40.
Says. Yeah, that's the age. That's exactly the age I thought
She
she
said
was.
she's 46. All right,
Joe Budden's 40.
Let me see what Cuz say.
Ain't no way. He gotta be at least 40.
He's like 40, 41.
Nah, he's 43. You
we
said
go.
39. You're not out of this. You said 39.
Oh,
Yeah, you thought he was a young
man.
He said 39.
I'm gonna be honest. It probably was 4 years ago. I was watching this podcast and he was 39, and I'm still stuck in 4 years ago.
I feel that.
Yeah,
My mom was
I be
36 in my head
whole-
for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, nah, I know
That
my
comes
mama
from trauma,
old.
though.
I know my mama old.
I don't even know how old my mom is right now.
Well, my mom's one of the people that never like really aged, like physically. Like she really
Yeah.
be looking the same. Like in all reality, it's like, okay, sure, you can tell she's older, but it's like for real, she barely aged. And so when I was a kid, because my parents got a divorce. So when I was a kid, my family was living together. I just remember the last birthday that I was with my mom with, like for real, like was a core memory. She was turning 36. So in my head, I just locked that shit in. I was like, Mom's 36. I didn't care how many years went by in my head, because I was still a little nigga. I'm like, 15, 16, 17, all those little years. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I got a mom. She's 36. You know what I'm saying? Like in my head, that's what she is. But the closer I started getting to 30 and shit, I was like, bro, ain't no fucking way she 36, bro. I was like, Mom is not 36 no more. And I was like, Mom, how old are you? And I think she's like in her early 50s now, but that shit was just wild that I really had her like at a fixed number, like how you had Joe Budden and you was like, cuz gotta be like 28.
Well, you know what's
With
crazy?
you.
I did do that with Joe Budden. I do not do that with my mama. My mama goddamn was born the same year MLK was assassinated.
Yeah.
She old as hell. That's not old, bro. Think about it. The same year MLK was assassinated.
That wasn't that long ago.
That was a long ass time ago.
Bro, that was like what, 40 years ago?
No, it was longer than that.
What year?
Bruh.
Let's figure it out.
Either 62 or
60,
63.
Like 60 something.
Yeah.
Am I fucking up?
Yeah, it was in the 60s, bro. It was in the early 60s.
You got to think it's already 23 years past the new millennium.
Bro, the 60s is when they assassinated all the great leaders.
Yeah.
MLK, Malcolm
shit
X,
off.
Nat Turner. I mean, not Nat
That was
Turner.
a wild era.
Yeah,
What's,
niggas was just knocking shit
That
off.
was a
Fred Hampton.
Like
The president.
Yeah.
Niggas
Oh,
did
Kennedy.
not care.
Yeah.
Kennedy. They got
Niggas
rid of
was just
Kennedy,
knocking shit off, bro.
MLK,
That was crazy.
Malcolm X,
I can't even
Fred
imagine-
Hampton.
I can't even imagine growing up in that.
Nah, me neither.
I would have thought the world was
That's
ending.
crazy,
Plus you
my
got
nigga.
Vietnam. I would have thought the world was ending, bro.
And bro,
That's
think about it.
extreme.
For real, I was like,
Bro, think about it. Bro, and
Vietnam, they killed the president. They killed
bro, and
Malcolm
you fighting
Bro, I was-
just to use.
It was only 45 years ago. I just did the fucking math.
Oh, was it?
I wasn't
What
tripping.
year was it?
Nah, fuck that. You said you knew.
My math must be off.
He said we-
Ain't we in 2023? And that shit happened in 1962.
1968.
Oh, 1968.
Yeah.
See, my math is off.
Yeah, I thought it was me. And
Yeah.
I was open to being wrong because I
1968.
didn't know. But
Yeah,
we
yeah,
know
I'm
now.
wrong. I'm wrong.
It's cool, man. Teamwork
My
make the dream
mom,
work.
my mom was born in 62, not 68.
My mom was born in 66.
I love the full circle. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was 45 years
Oh,
ago.
bro, I know I'm dumb as hell.
Yeah,
I ain't tripping.
fam was not shot that long ago, man. And that'd be the issue with modern fucking racial divides and views politically, because people try to act like shit was so long ago, but it's like, that just happened.
Yeah,
fam.
you're
Like,
right.
for real, that shit just occurred.
I'll give it to you. 40 years ago wasn't that long,
It
bro.
wasn't. Like, if a nigga was born, your mom, she was born the year Martin Luther King was assassinated. So your mom's not even that old. Like,
bro, so the craziest thing about all that shit you just said, Big King, is like I can't imagine living in a world where, bro, I just want to have the same education as you. Like,
Yeah, shit was weird.
yo, y'all remember the DC snipers?
Yeah, them niggas.
When niggas was popping motherfuckers from a trunk.
That
was crazy.
I don't know how they got caught.
Big King, tell him,
I
bro.
would never figure that.
Big
If I was
King.
a cop, I'd been like,
Big King, tell him, do
Well, I
not
don't
give
know
me
what
my
the fuck
serial
going
killer
on.
bag. Do not
That
give me my serial
was
killer bag,
fucking
bro.
crazy.
I know everything about serial killers, bro.
All right.
Bro. That's my
See?
bag, bro. That's my bag.
That was crazy.
And nigga said, all right.
I don't know what to do with that information.
Bro, so the
That nigga
DC
said, do not trust me with a gun. I was like, all right. Like, let's not give him a gun. He told us not to.
Bro, the DC snipers, these niggas was riding around in a fucking 1991 box Chevy, the last year box Chevy was made.
With the keyhole.
Yeah.
With the sliding keyhole.
Nigga, and, bro, you know what's
That bitch
crazy?
up,
I had a 1979 box Chevy. So goddamn.
Where you from?
Nowhere. I'm a military brat, just like you.
Okay, I thought you was going to say DC or something crazy like
nah.
that. I was like,
But
investigate that nigga.
so bro, I could just imagine like these niggas like because you know the back seat comes down. The back seat, all of them built the same. The back seat comes down, so them niggas probably just cut the keyhole out literally.
Yeah.
And nigga just put his scope.
That's what they said they did.
Just
They-
put that bitch through.
The keyhole was swivel like that. They could just slide that bitch out the way, poke that hoe out, and just pop somebody. And that's what they did. And they kept it pushing. Wasn't his name like Muhammad?
Yeah, Muhammad.
bro, I would have never caught. If I was a cop, I would have never caught them niggas.
I love that he
Bro,
stuck with
guess
that.
how they
Niggas
got
would
caught?
still be murking niggas right
Nigga,
now. if
guess
I was-
how they got
if
caught,
I was
bro?
chief of police in DC.
Bro, guess how they got caught?
Oh,
So when the nigga originally brought the rifle, he took this nigga all the way to Mississippi to practice killing people. They went to Mississippi to practice killing people, bro.
like target shooting or actually shooting at people?
Shooting at people.
Oh, that's crazy.
He took him there, and this nigga almost got caught.
Crazy as
He
fuck.
almost got caught. He ran from somebody with the manual.
A manual?
He stole some shit from the store, and he had the manual to the rifle, and he dropped that bitch. The police looked that case up, went to Mississippi, found the manual, went to the surveillance footage of him stealing the shit, and he shot somebody, but somebody got away or something. He shot him, but they got away. So they had actual footage of what he looked like. The little boy was from Jamaica. They
Was it like
went
his
to
nephew?
Jamaica.
It was like his nephew?
It was just some little boy that he used to work at a YMCA, the older guy. And it was just some little boy that he grew up because, you know, they was sexual.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were sexual. They
That
used to-
the dude and the little boy?
Yeah, they used
Oh,
to have
that's
sex in
crazy.
that
I
box
didn't know
Chevy.
that.
Yeah, that's how he
I
kind of
didn't know
mind
that.
fucked him.
Why everybody started scratching their ears and shit? I was like,
Not only, not only
he's
mind
scratching
fucked
his
them.
ear.
He fucked him.
Yeah,
That's-
not only mind.
Bro, they
fucked
used to
them.
have sex in that
That's
box
crazy.
Chevy.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Bro, don't
I
say that
actually
shit again.
wish
They used to
that.
have sex in that box. Shit.
Yeah, I didn't.
Bro, I'm just
That's
telling you,
terrible.
Imagine
bro.
the serial killer smell and
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Them
That's
niggas
terrible.
weren't taking baths. They was just hanging out in the box Chevy. But yeah, bro, that's how they got caught, bro. They found the manual. They linked it to the Jamaican boy.
That's
linked that to the Y where them niggas met, and then linked Muhammad to one of his friends where he used to go and target practice at. One of his friends actually called in when they put his picture on the news. That's how they caught them niggas. Besides that, they wasn't catching them niggas. They literally caught them niggas because of a fucking manual to an AR. That's how they got caught.
them niggas had ass for even trying that shit though.
Bro,
They,
niggas,
how many people did they kill?
I think like 40 something.
Nah, it wasn't that many.
It was a lot.
Nah.
It was a lot.
You're right. I think it was 19 or 20.
That's like a lot still.
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
I thought
You
it was
Googling
like
it?
maybe
Yeah.
12
Alright.
people or some shit.
Nigga, that's still a lot.
That's still- yeah, that's
he
still
said
a
half
lot.
a classroom.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
Yeah, that is a lot. I ain't gonna lie. Them niggas was going crazy.
Did they
too,
get the
bro.
death sentence or they just still in jail chilling?
Muhammad got the death sentence. He got killed. Old boy testified against Muhammad. He's in Red Onion prison in Virginia.
You really do
He
know these
gonna
facts.
get out eventually.
No, he got life. He got
he got
life with
life?
no possibility of parole. But he recently just got married.
What?
They trying to have a baby and shit.
How you know this? That's crazy.
I
He
told
said
you
he
this-
knows serial
This
killer
is my
facts.
bag. This is my
That's
bag
crazy.
right
They be
here.
following these niggas and shit.
That's crazy.
This is what I do.
He said, I'm gonna tell you how he fucked up. He said, I dropped the manual. I said, you dropped the manual? I said, oh, shit.
Bro, it's not pulling up.
That's really great cop work, though. Like, for someone to really piece all that shit together. Yeah. Like, that's the type of shit cops need to be doing. Yeah. Like, bro, don't be out here fucking with niggas, you know what I'm saying? Because you bored and you turning everywhere they turn and shit like that. Fuck that. That nigga just trying to go get high somewhere. Like, go figure out who dropped the manual and fucking, you know, who gives a fuck town, wherever the hell it was, you know, and shot somebody in D.C., you know? Like, go find that shit.
The crazy shit is, bro, since, like, all the rioting and
it was
shit,
10 people. They killed 10 people.
The rioting and all that shit, Slim.
Uh-huh.
And, like, the defund the police movements and all that type shit. Like, cities like Portland and shit, like, bro, like, if you, like, call the police, like, bro, they're not gonna come.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that. Like, if somebody's, like, trying to kill me or, like, there's a domestic violence dispute across the street and the nigga beating the shit out his wife or whatever the hell, I can't even imagine.
Bro, it's a lot of cities after the pandemic. It's a lot of cities that were great cities that's fucking hellholes now.
Yeah, they're lawless as fuck.
L.A.,
yeah,
Chicago.
Talking about police just ain't coming.
Yeah. That shit is actually
I can't even imagine it.
Bro, them niggas hijacked the fucking Amazon truck, bro. They hijacked the Amazon truck. And, bro, L.A., they got to chill out with them laws, them theft laws. Bro, them young niggas is masking up and just stealing shit, bro.
You can steal anything up to $1,000, I think.
Yeah.
Bro, that's
and can't nobody do shit.
Bro, you can go get the new J's. You can go get a PS5.
What's happening? Y'all are aware of some shit I don't know about right now.
So you know how theft laws, right? Theft laws in Georgia. If you steal something under $1,000, it's a misdemeanor. You steal something over $1,000, it's a felony. It's felony theft by shoplifting, theft by taking. You can also have theft by receiving, which like theft by receiving would be if you gave me a pistol and it was stolen. That's theft by receiving, right? Well, what LA did was they passed a law, 3 years ago?
Yeah, right around pandemic time.
Yeah, right around the pandemic. They basically passed a law saying they weren't going to process anybody that stole shit under $1,000.
Under $1,000.
So niggas is running into liquor stores just fucking raiding. It's little kids, bro. They masked up. They just run into liquor stores just stealing shit, bro. What they call that shit? Flash something.
Yeah, just an ad. You just see an ass of young people just.
I think I've seen.
Not even young people, just people.
I think I've seen a clip of this happening, but because I didn't know what was happening, I didn't really give an honest fuck. And so I just kept like scrolling or whatever. But I think what I saw. Yeah, now it's putting context to what I remember seeing. So I was like a bunch of motherfuckers running to a store, snatching shit. But I didn't understand why. But I didn't really care. And honestly, so I kept scrolling.
The
but
store workers know that there's nothing they can do. Like, he just ran in a Gucci store and stole some Gucci boots.
So that's what happened.
I mean, ain't nothing we can do.
The craziest clips be when bitches be trying to be good Samaritan and be trying to stop them niggas. And them niggas just be trucking their ass. Yeah. I be feeling bad, though, because them niggas be stomping them bitches out and shit. And,
bro, I really dreamed of moving out west one day, but now I'm like,
oh, nah. I ain't living nowhere like that, bro.
West Coast culture is definitely different.
I'm not living nowhere like that.
What I enjoyed about being in Washington was, like, you have California, Oregon, Washington. Yeah. Very close proximity. And so everything California was doing, like for real California, not like the desert and mountains California, but like California, California. Like, all that shit was transcending upward to Washington State. So when I was there, they were coming out on this shit called the hyphy movement. And that shit was fucking, man, that shit was fire, bro. Like, I'm so happy that I was over there when that was taking off because it gave me a dose of some shit I would have missed out on. Like, totally. Like, people over here, you know, in the South, they have no idea what a thiz face is. You know, thiz face is like that meme that you hear, and it's like basically like the best compliment that you can get as an artist is when someone hears your shit and they're like, that technically is a thiz face, you know, described on the West Coast. It's like you just smelled some piss. Yeah. You know, and so the hyphy movement, man, you had Mac Dre, R.I.P. to Mac Dre. He's like one of the big names over there when you start talking about hyphy and thizzing and all that shit. Yeah. And then you had Keek the Sneak. Keek the Sneak.
I used to like Keek the Sneak.
Yeah, I like how you rap.
Yeah, I used to love that shit.
Bro, was like, that was a very interesting, you know, fucking voice. Then of course you had E40, you know, like you had, you know, called back to, and you know, all that shit was just fucking dope, man. How they be like, yo, what a time to be alive. Like, I'm so happy I was there for that shit, man. The Thizzle Dance, that was one of the songs by Mac Dre that was really big for that. But and ecstasy pills were a big thing over there too.
And breakdancing too. Niggas was on that breakdancing shit hard.
Like, bro, first time I ever took ecstasy, I was over in Washington State, and they were called Thiz pills. That's what they were called, So
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I always dreamed of moving out west and like just settling down, give me a house out in like fucking
Utah,
Oregon or Utah or
Utah
Colorado.
seems peaceful.
Utah seems like the only one. Utah, Idaho. Because I just was out west. Montana's actually straight too, bro. I just was out there.
Montana seems beautiful. I think
you know what I think about when you say states like that?
What?
I think about Ted Bundy.
Why?
What?
Because y'all was just talking about Washington and Oregon, and those are states where he went crazy in.
Yeah,
and I was like, it's probably crazy niggas like that.
If there was anywhere to be a serial killer, it would probably be those states though, because it's like
most of the time
you can drive for so long. And it's just woods and mountains.
Even when you play like games from Rockstar, whether it's Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption, anytime you go out into those obscure locations, you do get into those side quests where it's like some like crazy couple that really be luring motherfuckers in so they could fuck them and eat them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I think about states like that.
Y'all are tripping.
Just like you talking about games. I remember when I was in elementary school and we used to play Oregon Trail. Y'all remember that shit? Yeah. And I used to always think, because I lived in Germany at the time, and the only place I like really remembered was Augusta in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And I used to always view the Oregon Trail as like I gotta travel from Augusta to Atlanta on foot.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is.
Augusta.
You was stupid. Little stupid ass kid.
Because I didn't understand the Oregon Trail. I was like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
This is weird.
I never played Oregon Trail. I played Amazon Trail, I think it was called.
Amazon Trail?
Yeah, like same game maker made the game.
Oh, okay.
But instead of being in Oregon, you were in the Amazon. And you gotta like go up the river, fight piranhas or shit like that. It was lit, man. I loved it. Yeah. I didn't know what the fuck the goal was, but I was bored. I had shit to do.
It was stupid. Some stupid shit.
Yeah, I didn't know what the goal was.
Bro, all the games we played back then was stupid.
If you could move out west though, is there a city that you think would be decent?
Me?
Seattle.
See, Seattle
rains a lot, but worth it.
The thing is, I'm trying to stay away.
Have I ever been to Seattle?
I'm just trying to stay away from the homelessness and the crime.
Nah, I ain't never been to Seattle.
They got the best seafood because they right there on the fucking Puget Sound.
Where's cocaine legal?
Nigga, what?
I don't think there is a state.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Cocaine's legal in one of them states up there. Portland, Oregon.
No. You don't want to go to Portland, bro. I'm telling you.
That's where cocaine's legal.
Portland is messed up right now, bro. Like, it's lawless as fuck, bro. You gonna go out there and get a bucket of shit dumped on your head and you're gonna leave the next day.
I don't even do cocaine. I was just talking shit. Yeah, cocaine's legal there.
Is it?
Yeah, nigga. They passed that shit.
Portland crazy, though.
Bruh, I can't imagine living somewhere where cocaine's legal, too. Nigga, that shit's in a dispensary, nigga, with the weed.
Yeah, I can't imagine legal coke. That shit probably fire, too.
That shit like fucking Mexico, nigga.
Yeah, no, he's not wrong. It said Oregon definitely, they don't give a fuck if you have coke or not.
Wow.
I want to ask you a simple question before we get off.
What's up?
It's real simple, but I'm always interested in this, and you seem like somebody that's very open minded. How do you feel about contractual marriage and monogamy? Just period.
All right, so give me like what the fuck is contractual marriage? Like, what are we talking about here?
Just marriage, period.
So just in general, just straight up marriage.
Mm-hmm. And how we view it and how it is in society today.
More so probably the legal side, right?
Yeah, more so the legal side than really both. I just want to see how you view it all together as a whole. Marriage and monogamy and polygamy, just whatever. Just shoot from the hip.
So I like marriage as an idea of a vow. I don't really care too much about the legalities about it, or that surround it. I think all that came afterwards. Mm-hmm. I think marriage did just start as simply just a vow, and it's like, hey, I'm like really putting down an oath, to let you know, like I'm here for you, like for as long as I fucking live, like I'm here for you. Mm-hmm. I think that's what marriage is and what it's supposed to be. But as far as contracts and all that to get involved, I think that all that's just state greed and things like that, tax bullshit and da-da-da-da-da-da. So I don't care for that part of it, but marriage is just an idea of you promising someone your loyalty and devotion. I love that. I'm a person that's big on loyalty, And I'm a person that's big on devotion. Like, you know.
Could you see yourself being married?
Oh, yeah, easily.
Okay.
Because I'm a dedicated person. You know, I'm not a person that gives up on things just because it seems complicated for, you know, a minor time. Because everyone hits, you know, turbulence, you know, in a path of any relationship, whether it's marriage, friendship, whatever. You know, so some people, they're like, I want to get married, and they get married, and they realize, like, oh, shit, you know, my partner's not perfect, you know, and they have flaws that fucking trigger me, and I got to get the fuck out of here. And it's like, well, yeah, good luck finding someone who doesn't trigger you in some sort of way. It's called fucking finding where you need to grow. It's like, that's what that's called, you know. So if you jump ship every time you're triggered, you're never going to grow. So that's how I feel on marriage. I think marriage is a good thing. It shows you could promise some shit and keep your word to it. And, you know, monogamy, like sticking with one person at a time, marriage, like, I think that's cool. If you want to have more than one person at a time, I think that's cool too. But if you are going to have more than one person at a time, you have to make sure that you actually can sustain that. You know, like, don't just try to do it for the looks or the ego boost of being able to be like, I have, you know, 5 wives. It's like, well, how happy are they? You know, I have 5 husbands. It's like, how happy are they? You know, same question. So don't put more on your plate than you can eat.
You don't think that should be looking kind of weird, the women that be having 5 husbands?
I mean, it depends. Like,
that's a thing?
Like,
yeah, bro.
Yeah, like anything. I think anything, again, weird just means strange, unusual. It's something that is not in a normal state of occurrence.
No. This time by weird, I mean, them niggas be looking like they in like some weird ass trance. They don't want to be there.
I mean, and
there's some women that can just command a nigga, like,
and that might be the case.
Yeah,
but
you know, I've seen it, and I'd be like, what she be doing to him?
Just put him in a trance.
Yeah,
I agree.
I feel like that's,
you know how I am.
That could be possible, but guess what? If that's how they want their marriage to be, cool. Like, it's not affecting me. I'm over here doing my shit. Shorty got 5 husbands, look like they drugged up, and it's like, honestly,
trying to get out.
Yeah, like I there's nothing I can really say about that. Like, if that's what they want, then that's what they have. Now, of course, if it turns to a toxic thing where niggas literally are like putting out videos, you know, from their phone, and uploading it, talking about help, and, you know, I got to get away from this bitch, then help that nigga, you know.
Yeah.
But if it ain't that, you know, and it's just like they got a different lifestyle, then let them niggas live differently, you know. Y'all used to play Pokemon on the Game Boy?
Yeah.
Y'all remember when they came out with Silver and Gold, there was a new feature added to the game where now they had Pokemon Daycare, where you could drop off 2 Pokemon and you come back and there's a fucking egg and you never know what's in the egg and you gotta walk around and hatch that shit. Bro, I used to love putting together the weirdest Pokemon to see what the fuck would happen. So I'm like, bro, let's get a goddamn Pidgey up in this bitch with a motherfucking, you know, give me one of them new generation motherfuckers, bro. One of them, I don't know, a Sea King or some shit. Yeah. You know, it's like this nigga put a bird and a fish together and wanted to see what he would come back and get. And so that goes back to my earlier statement where I was like, sometimes you got to get weird, man, to like get some new shit. And so a shorty having 5 husbands, you know, let that shit happen. Who knows what we can get from that later? You know, like, we don't fucking know. And that's how we get the dope shit.
Yeah. What's some weird shit you be into nowadays? Like,
see, it's normal to me, so I don't know if it's weird. It's like, I can't really, it's like, you never know what some weird shit
I heard you got your pilot license, or you trying to get your pilot license.
Yeah, so that's some weird shit, I guess.
I wouldn't call that weird, but it's different.
You just trying to fly like the small ones, or you trying to fly the big?
I'm trying to fly anything we can put in the air.
Okay. Wow, what made you want to do that though?
I don't like
it. Matched the name though.
Yeah, I don't like limits, man. Like, that's something people find out about me real quick. I don't like feeling like I'm being held, tamed, or limited. It's like
I'm like that too, bro.
Yeah, I gotta go. Like, I gotta elevate. Like, I don't like.
See, bro.
I don't like.
I vibe with him on that, bro. He gonna be a super nigga like me one day, bro. We almost there. We getting there, bro. We gonna be super niggas.
I don't ever want there to be some shit that I can't do. Like, literally, so, because just the power of flight, man. Like, you telling me that in a car it takes, you know, however many buku hours to get from here to New York City. But if I hop in a plane, I can just fly that bitch there in roughly 45 minutes to an hour and a half type shit. Like, instantaneous. It's like when Goku learned instant transmission. It's like, nigga, why would I not want to learn that trick? It's like, it's more convenient and it's a power.
It's funny you say that. I told Damo when I fly, I feel like I'm on a time machine because like it's like I get on a plane and I'm fucking in Miami in 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like a time machine. That's a hell of a way to look at it. It's fucking crazy, and so I just like that freeing feeling, man. Like now it even fucks with me because before I used to be in my car driving, and I used to always say like, man, it would be so cool if I could just like pull back on a stick and just fucking get up in the air and just fly to where I'm going. Speed all this shit up. Y'all niggas can't drive. Let me get the fuck up and just go that way. And now that I'm actually like flying planes on the regular and learning how to do this shit for real, now it translates into my real life because I be driving and I'm like, damn, I wish I was in my plane right now. I'm like, because it's just different, man. It's more peaceful. It ain't so much chaos going on around you. You ain't worried about motherfucker just swerving into you out of nowhere. Yeah. Like you got air traffic control, and air traffic control keeps motherfuckers from swerving into each other. You know, like they communicate, let you know, like, hey, there's another plane heading in this direction. They might cross your path. You know, so just heads up on that. And I was like, imagine if in the car, if we had, you know, traffic control, and they're telling you everything that's happening instantaneously around you. That would be cool, but. Yeah, so that's some shit that I'm into, man. Aviation. I fly planes. That's just dope. It's gratifying.
How long you been doing it?
Not that long. Like, probably like 3 months. Yeah.
Damn, but, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I've been flying planes for 3 months.
Way braver than me, bro.
I mean, it's definitely some shit that...
I love to try that shit, though.
There's moments that will scare the fuck out of you. Like,
slow, though. We know that.
Like, translating from just regular day driving to flying planes... There's a lot of things that in the very beginning, like your first 3 weeks of it, there's going to be moments that freak you the fuck out. And you're like, oh, shit, like, are we going to die? You know, and your instructor's like, nah, this is totally normal. You're chill. You know, and it's like, so you calm the fuck down. But turbulence, like, that used to freak me out. You know, like, if I'm taking off and shit's like, every now and again, you just feel like you got, like, just hit by some shit. You're like, what the fuck? You know, and your body wants to freak out. But... because you can't see the threat. You're like, yo, nothing came, but like clearly some shit just happened. So you're freaking out. And then you see how high you are and all, you know, all those natural things that you should feel when you're put in that unfamiliar, you know, circumstance. But after you go through the motions a couple of times, probably after like your 4th or 5th flight, your body is so used to doing it now that now it's just like, okay, we could really soak in all the information and, you know, we're not going to, like, we're in the thing that's built to do this thing. Yeah. Now, if you were in a car 3,000 feet above the fucking, you know, earth and is doing that shit, then freak out because your car is not meant to be that high up. And you're probably going to die. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm guessing you think flying is way safer than driving.
Yeah, like a lot more safer. And that's why you don't hear about a lot of plane crash. There's so many flights per day, but you just don't know it because it's out of sight, out of mind. A lot of flights a day. And they all intersect, shit like that, but no one crashes. Again, hats off to traffic control, air traffic. But in the streets, man, I was flying a plane like 3 weeks ago, and there was a fucking smokestack coming up. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Like a huge pillar, black-ass smokestack. And my instructor was like, yeah, something's on fire. And then he was like, wonder what the fuck that is. He was like, fly towards it. And I was like, all right. So we started going towards that shit. And then he looks down, and he was like, oh, it's a semi flipped over on the highway. And I said, what? I said, let me see. And so I turned the fucking plane because we level. And since he's on that side, he could just look and see, but I couldn't see it from where I'm at. So I was like, let me see that shit. So I tilt the fucking plane so I could look down at that shit. And I was like, oh, shit, that bitch is on fire down there.
That's crazy.
It was such a different feeling, though, to be in that perspective of reality. You know, that overhead view. It's like you're so used to being in the mix. And it's different from being in the mix when you the chef. The chef looking in the bowl. Yeah. Like, I'm seeing this shit get mixed up. When you in the mix, you're like, I can't see a motherfucking thing. Yeah. It's like everything's touching me. I can't see nothing so loud in this bitch. Yeah. But yeah, man, so flying plane is dope. Other weird shit, I don't know, man. I like bass fishing. Bass fishing is dope to me. Nice. I like doing things that people used to try to colorize and be like, that's white people shit. Yeah. You know, it's like, no, nigga, it's you know, educating yourself to get more skills beneath your belt. Yeah. Like, when did having multiple skills ever be like not cool? Like, I go bass fishing. A motherfucker could be like, oh, that's some white people shit. And I'm like, no, it's some survival shit for real. Like, I can feed my family.
I agree.
it's like I'm the nigga with the most paintedest nails, you know, keep myself kept up and all that shit, flamboyant at times. But, nigga, I can go out there and kill a deer, track that bitch, gut it, hang it by its feet, make sure we could eat. I could, you know what I'm saying, yank a fucking bass by the lip out the water after, you know, being bit up. I'm the nigga that don't look like I can do all the things that I can do. that are hyper masculine.
You said it though. Where they get this nigga from South Augusta?
Yeah, it's like but South Augusta made this. I grew up hunting and fishing in the woods of technically Fort Gordon's territory, but Fort Gordon is South Augusta. Like the people don't know how many acres of land Fort Gordon actually has. That's not just a civilian commute. It's like woods and training area, fishing, hunting, hundreds of acres, and all of it expands into South Augusta. So I like that, man. That's a favorite pastime of mine. I'm learning Spanish. That's some shit. Some people don't care to like take the time to learn how to communicate with others outside of their country. I want to know how to do that.
It would be nice to learn another language.
Yeah, like it's like
especially
why not?
When I be going to Texas, I be wanting to know Spanish.
Yeah, like why not? Like bro, like I'm in this era of my life where I'm just trying to accumulate skills, man.
I told you,
like
super nigga.
I'm like, bro, I want to be.
Slim don't like that, but I
don't ever want to.
I'm trying to be a super nigga too.
I don't ever want to be stopped, bro.
I told you, good luck to y'all, bro.
I don't ever want to be stopped, so I just keep racking up skills, man. I like bowling. That's fine.
Bro, my dad, he thinks he's a super nigga. So Big King be trying to be a super nigga. Yeah. And I told him, I said, he's probably my dad's real son. Because I never tried to be a super nigga. But my dad has a son that wants to be a super nigga too. But this little nigga is not a super nigga. He not even close.
That phrase super nigga.
Hey, man, my bad, bro. My bad. I ain't mean to say that, bro. I love you, bro. Happy birthday, too.
Damn, you
him and then your other three
on his birthday. That's crazy.
Him then your other three friends that you was mentioning, and you was like, yo, they girls could have did better. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
That was fucked up.
You out for blood right now, G.
That was fucked up. I ain't gonna lie, that was fucked up. You know what's crazy too? One of them, I know is gonna know I'm talking about him.
That's crazy.
He's gonna be watching this bitch right now. Goddamn, pulling his fucking dread. Oh, fuck.
Damn, you just describing this, bro.
He gonna be like, bruh, like.
These are the thoughts and opinions of Slim.
Nah, because I actually told him this the other day when we was moving, so I know he's gonna know I'm talking about him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I kind of like put it in there, like softly pause. Ooh, that was crazy. But
yeah. It's Google going crazy.
Chill out.
He said, I need to Google how to put that in there. Google how to put that in there softly.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was a wild one.
That's stupid.
Nah, for real though, bro. Like, I said that, bro, because Big King, your sister said I was a male chauvinist, and I disagree. Because nowadays, bro, maybe when I was younger, I probably was, but now, bro, I really do be feeling like women better than us, dog.
Of course.
Because when I be looking at like the women that I know that I see from day to day, they be having their shit together. The niggas I grew up with,
yeah, it's different.
Yeah, it's bad.
But
the niggas I grew up with, boy, they be trash, nigga. Like, bro, I can't stand no nigga that wake up every day and all he want to do is smoke a blunt of mid, drink some malt liquor, and get some forces.
That's crazy.
I can't stand no nigga like that, dog. Like, what is your purpose, nigga? But can we talk about that all the time, bro? Like, how can you wake up every day and not search your purpose? Not even think about it. Like, it never even crosses your mind. You just wake up every day just like, well, I'm getting high and having sex today.
Yeah, that's
like,
not enough.
What the fuck is the point of that?
Yeah, you gotta.
I would blow my brains out.
Ambition is everything.
Like, that ass.
Like, I respect men with high ambition. Whether they use it for good or bad, I respect ambition. Like, I want to be honest with that right there. So I think that goes into the whole, like, waking up every day with a purpose. Yeah. Like, what is your ambition? Like, what drives you? You know, I'm a very driven person. And, you know, like we just talked about, it's like, I don't like being stopped. It's like, bro, my ambition is high caliber shit. And I think that's just what it comes down to. Just having that consciousness of your own level of ambition and what you're willing to accomplish and what do you think you can accomplish. You know, what's in you, you know?
Oh, bro, before we leave too, last thing for real this time. The King of Augusta tat. What made you get that?
By being the King of Augusta.
Like, what made you what was you thinking the day you woke up and got that tattoo though?
That I was the King of Augusta.
Bro, this was, I forgot to ask you this when we was talking about the Augusta thing because I was telling you rep Augusta real hard, and I should have asked you this after you, but I think I went somewhere else because my mind is just all over the fucking place all the time. But do you ever feel like sometimes you might put a lot into Augusta and not get nothing back? Because a lot of people feel like Augusta don't give back the same love that they put into it.
So I don't do things for I don't do a lot of things for residuals. So most of the time when I do things, it's just because it's something I want to do. You know, if I can get something back for it, cool. But I'm not looking for that. That wasn't my catalyst of ambition to even make it happen. That's like people who do nice things for others, but only so that later they can hang it over their head and say, well, I did this, and remember I did that, and you owe me, and did it. Like, nobody owes me shit. You know, like, I move how I move purely because I feel like I'm supposed to. So I'm going to go as hard for Augusta, like, with all sincerity, as hard as I can, you know, for as long as I'm inside this body. And it's just me doing my thing. You know, and by being the king of Augusta, it's not like I don't think I'm better than anybody. I don't think, you know, like, oh, y'all worship me. Like, it's not like that at all. It's just me really giving myself that nod of credibility. You know, it's like I didn't just start, and more so focused on the music aspect, you know, for real. But it's like I didn't just start making dope music. Been doing it for Augusta for a minute, you know, for at least like 12 years now. I've been on the radio. I've done the big shows. I'm going to do more of them, things like that. I've done all the things that you would expect an artist to do, you know, and I've done them where no one else can say they have matched my pace or my quality or anything. Like, if somebody tries to say that, they're cap. You know, pull out the receipts and fact check them. But if you actually fact check, you know, my story of from F Dirty, F.Durty, to now Floyd in the Sky, you'll see nothing but receipts, you know, and I've done it at a damn good level this whole time. And I don't have to wait around for someone to tell me who I am and what I am. I'm like, I know what I am. I'm the king of Augusta when it comes to this music shit, you know? So that's all that was on my mind. And no pun intended. But, you know, like, but for real though, and I was like, and this is how I'm going to represent, you know, myself and present myself. And, you know, that's really that they're all there was to it. And however many thousands of years, when someone digs up my body, they're going to find a body with skin intact because I'm going to be well preserved. And it's going to say King of Augusta. And even if Augusta itself isn't here and legible on the surface of the earth, they're going to find a man's body that said King of Augusta. And they're going to look into what the fuck that was. You know, so anyone else could have, like, whatever title they want. This one's mine. Yeah. It's my title. If anyone tries to say it after this, then they're copying. It's like I already said this, that I'm here for the seat. You know? So it's really one of those things like you would have to come from my head.
You know, Lisa Ray calls herself the queen of Augusta, so they're saying she's your queen.
Who's Lisa Ray?
It's a girl. She made a post the day you posted your tattoo. She made a post and was like, "Oh, there's my king."
Did she?
Yeah, she raps in Augusta. Look her up. Her name
can somebody pull it up real quick? I never heard of this.
I probably can find a post too.
Yeah, and that's not like me not crediting her for what she says she is. Yeah. I didn't know that existed. Yeah. So that's dope.
This is her right here. She calls herself the Queen of Augusta.
Okay, what she do?
She rap.
Okay, she
raps just like Nicki Minaj.
The angel with the chopper goes crazy.
This is her.
Her name's Lisa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see.
Yeah, shout out to her.
You know, you can type in keywords. I can probably find them.
But yeah, and I feel like, you know, sometimes people get intimidated by someone with as much ambition, you know, as me, and it instantly sends them into a self-preserving mode of mind that really comes from their own insecurities. You know, they're like, well, he just said that he's this thing, and he must think he's better than me, or he must think this, and bro, I didn't say none of that. Yeah. Literally, the only thing I said was that I'm king of Augusta, and if that triggers you, then that's wild. It's like, cause that's all I spoke on me, my nigga. Yeah. You know, it's like I ain't say nothing about nobody else. Yeah.
Oftentimes, people are intimidated by other people's confidence. You know.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
That's always been a thing too. Yeah, that's the post right there. I told you I can find a post. See, Facebook,
you found it fast.
You can use goddamn keywords and you can find posts fast as hell.
For real? I know that.
That's how I found that shit so fast. Because that shit old as hell. That shit from like 2 months ago.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I'm not on. Is this Facebook? Yeah, I'm not on Facebook really. But that's what's up. That's love, man. Shout out to her. Shout out to Miss Lisa Ray. That's great. But yeah, so that's what made me do that, man. I feel like people are scared to shine as bright as they can out of fear of intimidating others or making others uncomfortable. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, again, I'm here to, sort through uncomfortable situations in my own life. Nigga, I fly a plane. You don't think I could think under pressure real fast? Yeah. Like, you have to, I don't know, man. So me focusing more just on if anyone has a problem with it. It's like, that's interesting, because I'm speaking on me. I didn't say anything to put anybody else down. So I don't, understand if someone reacts negatively to that. But for those that understand my mindset and they're like, nah, but for real, Floyd is a genuine person and he really just do be trying to make the best music that he can make and tell everybody that it came from Augusta. It's like, yeah, no, he actually deserves to be king. Like, there's no problem with that. So that's my take on the King of Augusta. There's and something I have noticed is there's people that egotistically want more credit for things they've done musically that, it stops pretty short, but they try to like gas it. Like, it's like, they're supposed to be something bigger than what they are. And it's like, well, then put in the work. Mm-hmm. Where have you been? Like, you haven't been. I've left the sanctuary of Augusta and I expanded my wings and I've done shows in other places. I've grown a fan base in other locations. Like, I could pull up the stats on all my Spotify and Apple, numbers to show that if I had to. But there's people that want to call themselves, I'm not going to say what they call themselves, but people that want to call themselves these things, and I don't know, man, they carry an air of ego of that thing that we hate that white males do, racist white males specifically. Entitlement. Entitlement. They're like, well, I put out an album too. I'm entitled to what he has. It's like, nigga, I put in more work than you. It's like, I've been at it more years than you have. I give a fuck more than you do when it comes to this. I eat, sleep, and breathe this shit every day. And for that to intimidate, that's crazy to me. Like, people want to have what I have, but bro, I really worked hard, for where I'm at, and I'm proud of it. And no one else has to even tell me that they're proud of what I did, because I'm so proud of what I did and what I'm doing. And what I have confidence that I'm going to do.
If Damo is listening to this to the end, you was wrong about the Trues comparison. Because we 2 hours in. Him and Trues ain't the same. Mm-hmm. But you know what he has that, you know what he doesn't have that Trues has?
What's that?
That Kanye shit. He ain't got that Kanye disease. My nigga Trues got that Kanye disease. That nigga Trues. Because it's like, I'm gonna tell you why I even brought this up.
Go for it.
Okay, because one day, and I told Trues I seen this. So one day, Trues got into it with somebody. I don't want to bring that shit back up, but he got into it with somebody, and I seen them arguing downtown. And that nigga Trues said, "Nigga, I am Augusta." So I asked him why he said that. You know what I'm saying? And y'all answers just was totally different. That's what even made me think about that shit Damo said. Because, like, y'all answers was different. But he really believes he is Augusta, though.
Yeah, like, that's I mean, I can't reverse engineer why another, artist's mind functions how it does, so I'm not going to try to do that. I'm not going to try to invalidate how he feels about himself. None of that's any of my business, but...
You know Trues, right?
Yeah, I'm familiar with him, yeah. And so... one thing I will say is that your man's, when I chuckled, it was because he didn't say facts when he thought he said a fact. And our turnouts, ticket-wise, are completely different scales. My tickets, you can't find parking around the venue. Granted, Broad Street doesn't have the best parking, but it doesn't help that I'm doing an event when Broad Street already has terrible parking because I'm going to pack that bitch out. And I don't have to... self-promoting, like my last show, I damn near sold out Gransky's venue. Now, sure, we're not talking on the scale of thousands at the time, but that's just factually speaking. For Gransky's, they hold a capacity a little over, 200, 250, and we damn near tapped that number on the head. And lines out the door, parking fucked up. I was the person who rented the venue. I was the person who booked my opening acts. I was the person who booked my DJ. I was the person that paid for my graphic design for my flyer. I was the person that got my promotional materials printed up with the flyer imagery on it. I was the person that got my merch made. I was the person that did the whole fucking thing. You know, all that was my power. I wasn't bandwagoning off of another event that was already taking place that I just put my name on. Like, oh, this is happening at said location. And by the way, I'm performing here, so I'm going to try to use the momentum of this thing that's already going on to act like all that was me. It's like, I don't have to do that to get that kind of turnout. I can just do it based off me. Nigga, Floyd In The Sky is going to be doing his art here, you know, and it's his event, his album release shit. This nigga did it all. Every part of it I just broke down to y'all. And the turnout be crazy. So I speak on these facts like this because it's like, I did that. So I could take ownership of that. I think I don't want to be harsh with what I'm saying because I'm not trying to attack nobody, but I think it's unbecoming to really try to hype up yourself off of see-through receipts. You know, it's like there's nothing on it. Y'all remember that episode of Martin when they thought they finally found out where Tommy worked at, and this nigga was like in a body cast and shit. He was fucked up, and they found his wallet, you know, sitting on the bedside. And he said, "Hey, since he can't move, let's go in his wallet and get a business card to see where this nigga work at." Because the ongoing joke was he ain't had no job. Yeah. And they pulled that. He said, "Look, I found a business card." He pulled that shit out. He said, "It's see-through." Wasn't nothing on him. It was so much of nothing on there. The bitch was see-through. Yeah. And so I think to egotistically say that you're Augusta without having any true backing of that, of like, what is your stamp? Like, what really is behind these notions? You know, I think that part's kind of, I wouldn't, you know, do that. So everything that I say and do is because I have something that can back it up. Like factually, I can show it to you. So that's wild. I think, y'all watch Naruto?
He does. That's his shit.
So with Naruto, you know, and I'm glad we even touched on this. So with Naruto, they would play this game. What was it called? Shoju or some shit like that? Yeah. It was like chess, basically. Pretty much. And the king, they would always reference it, you know, and they would always be like, who's the king, you know, in this game? Like, and his dad had, who was it? Shikamaru's dad? He had all this wisdom, and he would just be like, you know, I'm going to keep playing this game with you until you finally recognize who the king is in the game. Yeah. The king is the future of the village. The king is the upcoming, you know, unsprouted seeds of the village. That's who the king is. Yeah. And so when, again, in another stance, when I say King of Augusta, it's because I'm a piece of this big art movement that we have going on, and I've been a spearheaded point of, you know, what's been going on over these past couple of years, if people have been paying attention, you know, because some people really think I'm a new thing that just happened. They're like, well, Floyd In The Sky's only been here for 2 years, so how the fuck, you know? But I'm like, no, I've been here, like, doing shit, like, since I was F-Dirty, and I was 19 years old, and I was all over the radio and shit, like, but anyway, so that's another thing, man. I like representing the future of Augusta, the youth of Augusta, the momentum of Augusta, you know? Hell, if somebody else wants to step up and be like, I'm King of Augusta too, then cool, man. Like, that's fine. Like, we don't have to fight about it, you know? There could be, like, I like that someone once described to me heaven being a place with, like, everyone wore crowns, you know? So just because I announce I have on a crown doesn't take a crown off your head. Yeah. You know, if you a king, then act like it. You know, if you a queen, then act like it. You know? So I think, I don't know, man. Yeah, I kind of rambled there, but
nah, you good.
Yeah, but
that was a great answer.
Yeah, but it's more of a humble nod to the city that I love so much. So many people, they'll look down on this place. They're like, oh, Disgusta. You heard that term? Yeah. They'll say shit like that. They're like, Augusta is lame. You know, I'm going to Atlanta for the weekend. Or some shit like that. It's like, okay, then this place isn't for you. But I love this place. You know, I see nothing but opportunity here. And who wouldn't want to build something on fertile soil? Yeah.
The thing I hate about terms like that is because I like Augusta also. I hate when people's view of Augusta is skewed because of their lack of involvement in the city. So like it'll be somebody who's only been to fucking Truth and Limelight on a Sunday, and they'll be like, "Oh, ain't shit to do in Augusta."
Yeah,
Nigga,
exactly.
It's the same people. Everybody fucking everybody. nigga, you literally went to Truth on Saturday and Limelight on Sunday.
Yeah, different
every
circles.
fucking day and seen the same fucking circles every day.
Different
you know
circles.
what I'm saying? So of course you think Augusta is this way, and you never even really experienced the city before.
Yeah,
because a lot of people haven't experienced the city before, for real. Like I just told my homeboy, I was like, bro, like. You ain't got to go to these bap ass clubs. You can go to fucking R&B night at Tribeca, and you'll see the most beautiful 30 and up women in the city that you ain't never seen before. And you'll be like, bro, where the fuck did these women come from?
Bro, not only that, like, you know, I hang out a lot at a place called the Indian Queen. So the niggas that I grew up with, they would not be the type of niggas you would find in the Indian Queen.
Yeah.
But I'm the type of nigga that you would find there because I like socializing. I like putting myself in places where I can meet out of the normal streamline of people. So when I go to Indian Queen, bro, I understand also for the future viewers that term could be offensive, Indian, you know, like I get it. But that's just what the place is called. So when I'm there, I bump shoulders with doctors. I bump shoulders with lawyers, judges, radio personalities, med students, models, other artists, you know, that just don't promote themselves, but they are in their own right artists that I think are fucking amazing. So many cool walks of life go through that spot. And they have music playing. The music is just loud enough to catch a little vibe, but not loud enough to where you can't have a conversation without trying to yell over some shit. Yeah. And so I enjoy that specific spot for that right there. And that gives me, you know, a treasure in Augusta. Then I also like my downtown scene where you can find me, you know, in Metro, the Loft. I like to play pool at the Loft. You could find me at Taco Cat Bar. You could find all those places in Augusta. I think they're really cool to pop in and out of. If you don't feel like bar hopping, I used to have a friend that worked at a jet ski rental company out at Clarks Hill. You know, and so I had the opportunity to ride fucking jet skis all day. It was raining on and off. A rainbow happened. I chased the rainbow across fucking Clarks Hill on a jet ski in Augusta. You know, I know people that skydive in Augusta. I'm learning how to fly planes in Augusta. It's crazy. The bar I like to go to in the airport that I fly from are literally less than a quarter mile away from each other. Like, you know, I can do two things in one day. I can literally fly over the bar that I'm about to go to in 12 hours. It's like, it's lit. You know, it just depends on what you're into, what you allow yourself to be into, you know, and I fucking love this place, man. And it sits on the 33rd axis of the world. And I really love that because 33 is my favorite number. So I just resonate with this shit different, you know. So yeah, man, Augusta is a true gemstone. I think people just they're used to feeding themselves the narrative that it's not as good as Atlanta, so they actually believe it, like they gaslit themselves. And I'm like, well, if you're saying it's not as good as Atlanta in a sense of not everyone, you know, is I'm gonna say that's gonna be insensitive. I'm not gonna attack.
Was you about to say scammer?
Nah. You said that. But you know, Augusta has its own beauties and its own flaws, but what place doesn't? A point I brought up in another podcast was they bring the Masters here, bro. Like one of the most lucrative things in the world, you know, like why would they take the most prestigious golf tournament that could be put anywhere and put that bitch right here in Augusta? Because this place is special, nigga. That's why. And now it's up to you to figure out why it's special. Follow the magic, motherfucker. Like that needs to be like on a bumper sticker. Follow the magic, motherfucker. Like y'all niggas don't be looking. Like, you know, like really pay attention to what's happening and then you can find out why things grow here. You know, now apply it to yourself while you're here and you can grow too. You know, like, but motherfuckers don't be looking at that. They want to try to treat you like crab in the bucket. I don't care what artist says what about me in this city. No one ever says anything bad, but me just putting out a fishing net. If there is anybody who wants to, you know, speak bad on me, just know that I'm not going to do the same. I'm going to make sure that the opportunities I get, I'm going to find a way to provide them to other artists in this city. But somebody got to think outside the box and somebody got to stretch their hands up and try to fucking bust through the roof. Yeah. So while I'm doing that, it doesn't help to not root for me, you know, because I'm going to keep doing this. I've seen so many artists come and go over the years, niggas that were rappers in 2010 that are no longer rappers, niggas that are rappers, you know, sharing stages with me at open mics and all this shit, you know, and having egos about themselves. I've watched these niggas come and go since I was fucking 18, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I'm 31 now. Like, and I'm still here, like, making dope shit. Like, and that's facts. It would be one thing if I had like whack ass music and I'm saying all this, that would be crazy. But like, no, my shit I know is actually pretty fucking fire. Like, that's just facts. I'm talented. God gave me a gift. Nigga, I'm gonna polish that bitch up every time I get a chance to brag about what God gave me. Cause that shit's special. You know, but I'm not the only nigga that God be giving shit to. So all the other artists of the city, whether you're painting, whether you're singing, whether you rapping, whether you're sculpting shit with your hands, nigga, I'm trying to make sure the world looks at us. You know, that's all the fuck I'm trying to do. And to do that, I have to give them something to look at. Me. You know what I'm saying? So when I started doing shit and I'm like, I'm king of Augusta. Now it's tatted on my head. I'm finna be on, you know, BT and MTV with this shit, going all around the world with this shit. Nigga, I'm giving us fucking free promotion. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm doing the steps. So anyone could try to think that I'm, you know, doing this just from a self-serving aspect. They're going to be wrong. But I'm not going to ever badmouth another artist from this city because that doesn't help what we're trying to accomplish as a city. Yeah. Nigga, why would I try to tear you down? I don't have to like you. I don't even got to fuck with you. But I respect that you're trying to put art into the world. And for that reason, I ain't going to tear you down. Make some art, nigga. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's my pep talk on King of Augusta and how that shit should be viewed. And how much faith I have in the city to really, you know, become something more than what it is. Not saying that it's not nothing already, but just keep on pushing that envelope to evolve the city more and more. I was on the phone with a friend of mine that's a white girl, young, 29, 30. No, she's 30 now. She's a dog walker. And she was downtown going to go check on someone's pets. And I was just on FaceTime with a regular-ass conversation because she's my homie. So we're just talking about... I was at a cigar shop. So we're just talking about some bullshit. And she was like, it's so crazy how much downtown Augusta's grown. Yeah. And, like, the different things that, you know, you can do down here now. She was like, this wasn't like this 5 years ago. This wasn't like this 7 years ago. And she's talking about this on her own. I wasn't even talking about this shit. So to know that we are on the upward trajectory, that's all I want to do. I want to keep that shit going up. You know, last time the shit was up and, like, lit, it was James Brown time. Nigga, that was a long time ago. Yeah. So I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? And not even trying, but I'm putting forth the steps to get it back to James Brown level. You know, there's no age limit on creating art. So I don't care how old I get. I'm always going to be me. I'm always going to love making dope music, the dopest stuff I can make. I'm always going to love to find creative outlets. So people don't have to worry about me going anywhere. I'm not a fly-by-night, you know, fake comrade, you know, from the city. It's like, no, I'm a real thing. I've been here and I'm going to be here. And I like this, being a part of my purpose. Yeah. Talking about hip-hop turning 50, because we kind of spoke on that earlier. I think people used to get stuck to this mindset thinking that to be an artist, a recording artist, you had an age limit that was on it. Like, oh, you can only do this from like, Jackson 5 age to like, let's say 25. Then for some reason, you're not cool no more. I think that was the beginning mindset of it, because some of the traditional rappers that started this, when they started the whole rapping thing, they were young, like super young. They were like teenagers and shit when they started it. Mm-hmm. But they got older and people somehow got in their heads that, okay, so I guess just teenagers rap, you know? But it's like, now that hip hop is evolving and the world is becoming more inclusive, people are now starting to see that, like, in actuality, the art gets doper the older the artist gets. Yeah. You know, we started seeing examples of that through, you know, your Kendrick Lamar's, your J. Cole's, your Kanye West, when they're not saying like off the wall shit. Yeah. You know, so I think I want to put that inspiration out there too. If there's someone out there in the city that can contribute to Augusta's art movement, don't let your age stop you. Nigga, I don't care if someone's watching this and they're fucking 50. But if you got something to contribute, bust that shit out. Just make sure it's dope. That's the only requirement. Like, age doesn't matter. Just make sure that shit's dope. You know? So there's that part, too. I'm here to stay.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was a good-ass answer. My nigga just went in for 15 minutes like, nigga, this why I'm the king of Augusta. Nigga, what the fuck you talking about? I fuck with it. You got anything else before we go?
Nah, man, great.
Yo, check out the album.
Yeah.
Check out the album. I didn't get a chance to plug that in. Shameless plug.
Go ahead.
WatchTower Maria, available on all streaming platforms. You got your Spotify, Apple, Tidal, everything but YouTube, because the album artwork is not suitable for work, so it's not YouTube safe. Mm-hmm. So YouTube did not pick up my album because it has nudity on it. But check out the album, WatchTower Maria. Right now, it's my prized possession. I'm really proud of it, and I want the world to receive that. Follow me on Instagram at Floyd In The Sky. That's where I'm most active at. I have every other thing like Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter. anything you can think of. I got that shit, but I'm most active on Instagram. Gotcha. So shout out to Augusta. Shout out to all the creatives. Shout out to this platform right here. I appreciate you gentlemen having me.
No problem, bro.
Shit's been fucking dope.
Yeah, it was a great pod, man.
Real
pod.
Good. We talked for 2 hours. We ain't did a 2-hour pod in a minute.
Yeah.
We've been doing hour pods, so that's how you know we enjoyed the conversation. That's all we got, man. Make sure y'all check out that album. We out.